cold, use eco-friendly like rose. Basic go to work when the gasoline price rose. Judge with no pretense, fish on the weekends. Each morning get up, do the flip. Never swim in the ocean for fear of shark attacks. By obligated like a rose with a card attached. Avoiding all the little things that bother ass. Had a car crash, cardiac arrest, out of a heart attack. Open this later, all the friends and neighbors huddled there in prayer around the respirator. Catch you later, I'm off to see the man upstairs. They all look like gets from here, smoking crystal chandelier. There was an angel at the entrance, checking off the guest list. Charlie wasn't on it and was ushered to the exits. His heart sank, he was breathless. Excuse me, sir, there must be someone you've confused before. If I could see someone who knew me or someone in uniform, I go to church on Sunday, truly usually more. Screaming at the angels while they pushed him through the door. Excuse me, sir, there must be someone you've confused before. If I could see someone who knew me or someone in uniform, I go to church on Sunday, truly usually more. Screaming at the angels while they pushed him through the door. Abandon all ye who enters. A horrifying sight, but sounded like an intervention. Fall beyond the halos and the castles and the clouds. Vessels screaming shackled with no battles in their mouths. Attention holes and padded roars, hanging from extension cords. From the window, running from the favorite bed at all. Here we buy and sell a million kinds of hell. Imagination is the limit to the devil's clientele. Open the elevator, televised the save you from the hell. It was horrible, this mill later. Sidestep fades, went right for the gates. But you know the devil, he loves a good chase. No entertainment at the entrance, making X's on a checklist. So it kick you in the ass when you begging for repentance. No stepping by the senses with the coolest love intentions. Charlie's heart sank, he was breathless. Excuse me, sir, there must be someone you've confused before. If I could see someone who knew me or someone in uniform, I really don't belong here. I know you've heard the tune before. Screaming at the demons while they push them through the door. Excuse me, sir, there must be someone you've confused before. If I could see someone who knew me or someone in uniform, I really don't belong here. I know you've heard the tune before. Screaming at the demons while they push them through the door. Run from your demons until you always ousted. One day you will have to stop and find out what they want. You run from your demons until you always ousted. You will run to those angels till you always ousted. One day you will have to stop and question what they want. You run into those angels till you always ousted. Excuse me, sir, there must be someone you've confused before. If I could see someone who knew me or someone in uniform, I really don't belong here. I know you've heard the tune before. Excuse me, sir, there must be someone you've confused before. If I could see someone who knew me or someone in uniform, I really don't belong here. I know you've heard the tune before.
Hello, my lands, my seas, and my non-binary marshes. It's me! Kreed. And today I am joined by the lovely, the immaculate, the immaculate... It's...
But
If it isn't macaroni.
if a quick question,
Quick answer.
that character design, did you give is their hair like that dark red color for a particular reason, or did you just like kind of go with whatever?
I thought it contrasted with the green well.
Okay.
Like I wanted to give them a dark hair color.
Is the green just because of the pickle joke?
Their associated color is green.
Okay.
In the same way that the other one's associated color is that kind of cyan. Jeez, Mako. Pay attention.
Wait, who is the cyan?
Peel. Like a bluish green. Like a turquoise.
Oh, that's I always read that as way greener than.
It's like a turquoise.
You've always drawn it pretty green.
It's like a turquoise.
Like I always kind of thought they were the green one, but then I realized that no way, you have to
No.
greener one?
They are clearly between blue and green. They are way more cyan than any other of them. Like, it's bound to happen. There are 7 of them and only 6 colors, so...
Oh. One of them could be white or black.
That's racist? Keep your racism out of No, it's gross. Nobody likes the color gray. Get gray, more like gay. Get that out of my face.
Okay, I have not. Oh yeah, chat. I did not stream yesterday because my brain was all sorts of fucked up for various reasons. I have not taken the necessary in 4 days. I'm trying to have that last one be the last dose I ever take. Hopefully. But it's fighting me. Everywhere. You're just kind of silently doing nothing.
I was waiting. Are you in the stream?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear it join. Okay. Well, continuing where we left off, I'm glad nobody is here in the chat right now. Can I get a what in the chat? Can I get a who lets the dogs out in the chat? Can I get a swumbiddly bum bumpity dum gum dum in the chat? Can I get the social security numbers of everyone in the chat? Can I get the mother's maiden name of everyone in the chat? Can I get the name of the first pet you've had in the chat?
Why the fuck is Escape the Backrooms under the psychological horror genre?
It's a psychological horror to have to play it.
I feel like people don't actually know what psychological horror means.
Not at all.
They just attach it to, like, you
well,
know...
it made me scared, and that's part of my psyche, so, yeah.
Yeah, like, they kind of just attach that label to games that are horror games, and, like the most basic ones where you, like, go through and there's, like, scary things that happen.
When you're questioning your own sanity, that's psychological horror. When you are, like, thinking deeply about what you're...
You're cutting out a lot. Oh, God. Let me see if your stream is okay.
It's fine. It was just the load-in that was having issues.
Oh. Okay. I know, I'm looking at Steam's horror sale. Probably not gonna actually do anything, but... What just happened?
I accidentally ran off a cliff.
Ooh, Outlast 2 is 85% off. But you're technically playing it for free with the Peeps account.
This time we walk around.
Outlast 2 is also listed under psychological horror, which it is like, this is the most survival horror. It's like, it doesn't have Resident Evil mechanics, but it's like, it's called Outlast, and it's a game about getting repeatedly fucked up. And it doesn't really have any survival mechanics, though, so I guess it's not really a survival horror.
What?
I feel like if they did give this game, like, they made this the Far Cry of horror games, that would kind of fit pretty good. Also, if they let you fucking fight back, and then there'd be a survival mechanic. But then I suppose it would just be a whole different game.
You could hear that trilling sound.
Raft. That could get me across.
Okay. So last we left off, we were right here in front of this BOAP. Just want to check if they've left any, like, batteries around. It's not. Hell yeah. Okay, I think we're good. You ready for this, Smacko? Ready to get on the water?
Sure. Let me turn my light off so I can actually see. Oh, we are feeling it tonight. Damn, it's 8 o'clock and Flux isn't on. Huh? Bro, that sun is clearly down. Where are you?
Did you know that lakes can get really deep?
You're fucked. What?
My keyboard just
Avery,
reset its
you're-
color pattern for a second.
Yeah, and you also cut out when you spoke. So what did you say?
Did you know that lakes can get really deep?
How deep?
Well, they can get like 40 or more feet deep.
Oh, Flux is half activated right now. I see.
This lake could easily go down like 60 feet underground, maybe even 80 under the surface level. I mean,
Huh.
like imagine
Makes
just
sense.
looking down into the fucking depths there, Mako. Uh-oh.
I come around now.
Okay. Mako, free fish.
These are signs. The apocalypse. Hope to God I'm just losing my shit.
Ah, that's interrupted!
Yeah, this is my nightmare.
To the...
Let me have it.
No.
Who the fuck? is that? Did
Onto
we
the right.
actually just get tugged by something?
Oh, possibly. But at least we're safe on the raft again.
I wasn't surprised they were dead. I was impressed they'd ever even lived in all that poison.
What is the poison?
Remember, we found the like starting factor that led us here was that
I know,
a
but
woman
what
had
specifically
too much mercury in her blood.
mercury. Oh. So our water is getting angry.
Yeah, it's flowing rather it's like quickly, but it's not quickly, it's swiftly, no, not swiftly. Hastily? No. No, what I can't think of it.
I can.
Miserable excuse for a boat. Fuck, come on. Come on. Come on. Ah, shit. Fuck, come on.
How is he so bad at this? Just like push with it. Why is he like slamming it in? Just like, why did he wind back up every time? Just like do a single push against the fucking thing with your arm muscles, bro.
Those are the ones. They took Lynn. I'm close. I'm almost there, Lynn. The cult ones are dead. Those good Christians. Because God said she had to die. The heretics, they want her to have the baby.
Thank you for explaining the plot to us.
By God. What will they do when there's no baby? I have to... Jesus. Lynn. I'm coming. God. Body's so thick I could have walked across the water on their backs. It's almost funny. That's how you walk on water.
Just a bunch of bloated corpses. How you doing, man?
You don't have to be rude to them, Avery.
I think I do.
I didn't use my bedroom sink. I'll be right back.
Okay. We stay here. Safety. Yeah, Lunicon, that's the word. Rapid. Hello, every creepy doll version. Yeah, what do you mean? This is a perfectly normal and average Creed. Getting my cardio in. I've been doing leg strength this whole game. I need to do some arm strength. Bit of rowing, good for you.
Avery, what'd you do while we're looking for apartments?
Every single one we find, no matter how good it is, I'm just like, yeah, but like, there's no bedroom sink, so I don't know if we can get this one.
You'll never be satisfied. Also,
It's genuinely a great convenience.
that's why they have master bathrooms. Anyways,
Oh,
this is
right.
I was just swimming into this branch.
Okay.
Okay. Swim to the right. Is the moon bigger? The moon
Maybe.
feels bigger. No. Ah.
Shit! Shit, the raft. At least they'll be there.
That didn't look like it was supposed to happen, but I guess it was.
Chapter 3.
Oh boy, here we fucking go.
Now it was in the 34th year of Southern Nile, who would be Ezekiel, in the 479th year of Zion, in the 1991st year of Christ, in the 11th month, on the dawn of the 26th day. I was a prisoner of the Ursaries, a cobbler in the land of Albuquerque, of the mountain of the apricot tree called Albuquerque.
Thanks, Not.
And I was weighed by false debts to the Pharisees of Zion, condemned to bear a mark of shame by those clothed in shame, in the country of an usurping king called Lynch in his birth, who faced war and fought not, who set in stones the corruptions of he that came before, and condemned Zion to the sickness even unto death. And the word of the Lord came unto me unbidden, as a thief in the night, cloaked in lies and shining with truth, a voice electric cast by a sinner and caught by metal rod. And it spoke the words of lamentation, saying, For this our heart is faint, for these things our eyes are dim, saying, Because of the mountain of Zion, which is desolate, and the foxes walk upon it. Saying, Thou, O Lord, remainest forever, thy throne of generation to generation. Saying, Wherefore dost thou forget us forever, and forsake us so long time? Saying, Turn thou us unto thee, O Lord, and we shall be turned. Renew our days as of old. Saying, But thou hast utterly rejected us, thou art very wroth against us. And I knew that he had that spoke the fox upon the mountain, called my Datlishi and my Litzoi by the defeated Navajo. The fox upon the mountain was the prince of chaos, who speaks truth and lies. And I silenced the voice, and looked, and beheld unseen a great fire enfolding itself in the brightness of the rising sun, and out of the mist therefore a color out of space. And my frenzied eyes cast back in unworthy gulfs of darkness, from the knowledge unbearable to man, and noise of the fury of the Lord came upon me, and my ears bled as the member of the child at circumcision. And the Lord made known by our covenant, it is made ye shall keep. He that hears where words cannot be spoke shall abide until time is no more, and the enemy born of thine own issue shall be thy charge for my vengeance.
Wow, that almost lasted for my entire bong hit.
Huh. This color out of space,
I mean,
is that
wait,
a...
no, do that the opposite way around. Mine almost never... Fuck.
Color Out of Space is a Lovecraft story. Which is a knowledge unbearable, I guess.
Yeah,
I
so
wonder
what the
if that's a
hell is this
reference.
talking about? I have no idea what this one meant.
Okay, so he's from Albuquerque, was having a
I know
bad
that
time,
much.
didn't like it there. I think he was wanted for whatever reason. I'm going to assume tax evasion. I mean, they, where was it?
Weighed by false debts to the Pharisees of Zion. Oh, never mind. I know exactly what that means. Wait, what? Well, I don't know what Pharisees mean, but when he says Zion, is he calling the tax collector Jews? Is that what's happening here?
The people of Zion are the Jewish people.
Yeah, what's a Pharisee, though?
I do not know off the top of my head what a Pharisee is. I've heard it before. I will look it up.
I will say I do actually kind of love what this game does of, like, this fucking loser trying so goddamn hard to make his life sound dramatic and biblical.
A member of an ancient Jewish sect, distinguished by strict observance of the traditional and written law, and commonly held to have pretensions to superior sanctity. Also used to refer to a self-righteous person or a hypocrite.
Condemned to bear a mark of shame by those clothed in shame. What does that mean?
Not sure.
But yeah, it does sound like he's just calling the IRS a bunch of filthy fucking...
Yeah. But he saw the truth in the way of the against the lies, and he understood what he had to do. I think when I get all of the not gospels, I'll read them all at once in the order that they are numbered and see if it makes any more sense.
I will straight up leave the stream. So you better do that at the very end, because I am not sticking around for that. funny once, but I don't...
There. The raft.
Raft!
Just cross.
That man looked like a fucking chimpanzee. See, I'm in video game mode, so I'm like, why don't you just drop down into the water there? Motherfucking no. What is that in the middle there? Oh,
Oh, man.
That raft can't have gone far.
Dude, you already know where it
Killed as
is.
a warning. Or a welcome. We're all welcomed eventually.
Thanks, Blake. What the fuck is squelching so much?
The meat.
Meat doesn't just do that.
Yes, it does.
Something has to be doing that to the meat, Avery.
In which Blake does this, but can't win a fight.
Yeah, what the fuck was that thing? Like, it had to have been, like, already splintered, right? There's no way he just pushed that tree in half. Like, no, there's no fucking shot. I need to look at the stream. I need to see what that tree looked like before you pushed it over. Was that thing intact down the stump, or...? Oh my god, wait, I think it was. Wait, no. It's like... It looked like a smaller tree nestled into the trunk of a larger tree. And I'm honestly not sure, like, what that's supposed to... It's just kind of weird. I don't think... trees don't work like that.
He was really confident that that was gonna go. Love set us free.
Time to go, wait.
Time to go. Get on. Get going.
This is my mom anytime she has to, like, drive through DC or something. This is what it feels like to her.
It's a gentle rafting ride.
I mean, the part before that.
Being chased by hooligans. The riffraff. Street rat. I don't buy that.
Is that a cavern?
I guess.
Is Blake gonna push another tree over to get to that cavern? So, really love the parkour, the heretics.
Yeah, they're really good at it.
How far forward can, like, an athletic human, not like the best of the best, but like a reasonably athletic human jump?
I think, like...
I'm sure it can be at least, like, 6 feet.
Oh, it's well over your height. I'd say it's at least 8 feet. No, stop. No, stop that. Okay. We still have 3/5 of a raft, and apparently that's good enough for the government, so it's good enough for us.
Huh? Was that joke just way too smart for me or something?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess I'm going around.
There's the mine.
Oh shit, the sticky is starting to icky
Ben,
on my
what are you
Dynavap
doing
tip.
to her? I think she's somebody's mother. Call me the father, but I'm not. You haven't in months. Kidding me?
Blake has no fucking game, apparently.
This boy got no riz.
I love how many horror game protagonists are just total fucking memes of characters. I don't know why it always happens.
Oh. Excuse me, coming through. Please go away. Be gone. Ow! Be gone.
Alright, so the heretics don't seem very nice either.
Ladder. Ah! No! Not the time!
Not the time. Okay, I think my theory was correct, that these are just the hallucinatory versions of actual enemies.
Okay. Running away. I'm running super fast for being in the water. Would you like to do this, Mako? Running at the bottom of a pool from a weird tongue monster?
No.
Oh, at the top of a pool. That pool was a lot bigger when I was in it.
I don't know how we got away that easily.
Because the other, you walk pretty slowly when you're going like backwards. I keep forgetting if I could run forwards and like press Alt to look behind me. So like when I see something, I'm like running, I'm going backwards like this instead of running while looking back.
That has nothing to do with what I just asked, even though it sounded like it was a response to it.
We got away.
No, I'm just... like, but how though? They were all like right on your ass. Like, what did Blake just walk forwards for like a minute and then was fine. Zeus?
I think this is a problem with your plumbing. Should call a plumber. Honestly, I'd rather use this one than that one.
I... not.
What?
Holy shit, I feel like I'm fucking tripping on DXM right now.
I am contained.
Dude, I took one hit of like a little bit of THCA. And the SSRI withdrawal is giving me like weird fucking brain throbs. It's like this does not feel right. But also, I've been feeling more right the less SSRIs I take, so I'm sure this will be fine.
Ah! What the fuck? Fuck.
Who was that guy?
God.
I think it was the same guy, just running from the other direction. St. Sybil High School.
When you say the same guy, do you mean the enemy chasing you, or...?
Yeah, the tongue monster.
Why everyone be turning into a tonster? I think the devs of this game saw how effective that one scene in Outlast 1 was of like the weird like sex freak guy. And they were like, yeah, let's make a whole game that feels like that.
No, Lin is War Han Lin. No, not now.
Aren't we just gonna find the thing?
I don't know, I'm trying to figure it out. The other ones I just got immediately. Because the end says worse than lying.
Not telling is worse than lying?
Oh, not telling is worse than lying. A battery.
A raft repair kit.
I would like one of those. Let's run this way still. Cool.
Very liminal.
So given where we ended up, where we started the last one, this should end with us getting onto the roof. Which means the next one should involve us ending up in the pool.
Fuck.
Help me! Please!
Why are you power sliding through it?
No! 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 Get away from me!
There we go, achievement! Slip and slide. Perform a 12-meter blood slide.
Oh my god.
Leave me alone.
It's like the only weird achievement in this game.
We got the Baldur's Gate 3 achievement earlier where we have a long rest and every single food item we eat is just alcohol.
I wasn't even trying for that one. I just wanted to give us all alcohol. Okay. Yeah, see, ladder up to the roof.
What happened to the desert Hicks? Well, right now we are in the territory of the mountain Hicks.
I think we're back in the Hicks. I love the transitions.
Man, that one was like kind of hard to even realize what was happening. It was gradual.
There you go.
What? What? Oh. Is that Mercury?
Well, it's red. It's falling from the sky.
Wait, is the planet called Mercury because it has a bunch of mercury in it?
No, because it's named after the god Mercury.
Damn.
Raining blood. Dripping off her shoes, I think. No. I tried not to step in the blood because I didn't want to leave tracks.
That's why it's flipping Slender.
Rain of blood.
So is this mercury, or are we still fucking tripping?
It would need to be a lot of mercury. Also, mercury is natively silver, not red.
Oh.
The Mech, have you been paying attention throughout this game?
What?
Have you been paying attention to what's been happening throughout this game?
I think so.
Well, let's recount real quickly. So far through the entire game, everything has been dark because that's just how Outlast works. We saw all of the birds fall out of the sky. All the livestock has been dead. We found an area covered in sickness, like boils and such. There was a swarm of locusts. All the fish in the water died, and now the water is blood.
I know that's some biblical shit, but I don't know what that is specifically or the full list of it.
They were the plagues of Egypt.
Oh.
As our character earlier stated, when all the fish rose up, signs of the apocalypse. And if chat knows much about it, they will know that there is one specific one that has not come up yet.
I don't know.
Okay, other than lice, which has not shown up, but I feel like that would be hard. No, not frogs. I guess frogs also another one, but they didn't show, but you know. You know, at this point, I feel like there might be a chance the kid's in the Antichrist. I'm just saying.
Maybe this one.
Like, you could state that Blake is like losing his shit as much as you want, but like on all the dream sequences, everything's always been static. This is caught on camera.
Oh, this is caught on camera. Oh shit.
Which would imply this is actually happening. Because, fun fact about hallucinations, they aren't consistent. If a person who has hallucinated something sees a recording of it, they will not see it again on the recording. It is a unique instance.
That would be pretty weird if it worked like that the other way.
There's actually a couple plagues that haven't occurred yet. I don't think we'll be seeing frogs, though. No, it's blocked.
And the fish thing was also caught on camera.
Yeah. And the birds. And remember like... We sort of... Oh, I got the achievement. Golgotha. Reach the mine facility. Golgotha was the cave where they put Jesus. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be getting head lice. I feel like that's a safe bet. Because there were 10 plagues of Egypt. I think we've seen pretty much all of them at this point. Man, these are fucked up ways to hang. Like, did it need to be barbed wire? Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything because it's dark in here. Okay, I don't think I'm missing anything.
It's unfortunate that not a single building in this entire game has had a phone in it. I guess, like, do they not have electricity, even? Or
they have generators. They're not on the grid, though.
Oh. Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place where people would have phones, to be fair. Because, like, if you could just call 911, like, it'll take a while, but the problem will be solved. There will be plenty of people ready and willing to shoot as many people as it takes.
Mackie, you can't shoot these people. They're just for exercising their religious freedoms.
Ah, you're right.
That's guarded by the First Amendment. And since that's the First Amendment, it's obviously better than the Second Amendment. Overpowers it. Chapter 13. And by these signs shall thou know the nearing breach of hell's cunt. Then the night air shall sing with the grinding edges of the midwives' blades, and the fearful lamentation of the righteous and sinners alike. And the final sign shall be the work of the enemy, fearful even in this prison, who shall reach out and into the heart of Sullivan North's dearest and most trusted disciple. For this one is secretly stiff-necked and uncircumcised of heart, an offspring of Seth, the offspring of Cain. For the eldest and best of the child fertilized only the earth, and with his blood. Disciples' mind shall descend among the damned and hated of God, shall commune with the enemy, shall bathe in the seed of the spider-eyed lamb. It shall be but the betrayal of Templegate, and of God, and even of Sullivan North, who is loved true, and will guide the chosen to salvation. And heretics shall rise in the midst of the righteous, and they all shall suffer 1,000 tortures, and 7 times 7 then suffering, and shame before death and in eternity forever. For lo, at the sounding of the prophet's truth, the babe shall leap in the martyr's womb for fear. Okay, glad I don't know I haven't missed anything.
Mako, a shoot-on-sight type of person, I see. I'm a shoot-on-sight people who try to kill me person. Yeah? Everybody in this fucking commune is hostile. They are an enemy. Their outlines are all red. Okay, like, when a cop hovers their fucking cursor over one of these people, it doesn't say Gary, it says deranged occultist. 5 HP.
Hold
What
up.
about the ones that try to help you? There haven't been any of them.
Ethan.
There's been one, and then he died. No, like, if you just tell, like, if you give a single cop, like, an M16 and enough spare mags, and you just say, okay, shoot anybody that tries to kill you, problem will be solved.
We tried to get her back before the enemy cracks her womb. But they...
Wait, Lynn? Have you seen her?
They killed us. They're the lucky ones they killed. Get out! We have to leave. We have to go.
Oh, who is this guy?
I think he's just one of the cultists, not the heretics, but, like, he said that they were trying to get her back.
Okay, so they're afraid of these guys.
Well, guerrilla warfare tends to work.
I looked away at the exact second that happened.
That's fun. You're just sidling behind this bookshelf. Catholic Youth Bible. Batteries in here?
Oh my god, Penrose. God had the fucking... He had the session planned out. And then they tried to bypass the combat encounter, and he was like, they happen anyway.
The Jews go, but then God wanted to show off, so he changed Pharaoh's mind and then went on to give the plagues. Okay. I think we got everything in here. Exploring Path of Joy. Catholic education. I can't think of anything less joyous than Catholic education.
Same.
I'm a computer. Stop
to
all
be
the
fair,
downloading.
The people who are really into Jesus do find joy in that, I suppose. But, you know, they can do that in the privacy of their own bedroom.
Yeah, like, if they want to fuck Jesus, that's their own prerogative. Ah, the private computer room. For when you want to... I like... Oh, I thought this was a poster of a thing and not, like, an actual electrical box. I'm like, why would you have a poster of an electrical box?
Oh my god, that's genius, actually. Like, of a breaker.
Yeah, it'd be hilarious.
Are you familiar with the Tower of Babel, Mako? Yeah.
Why do I insist on
Nile.
slipping between...
Nile specifically mentions it at some point in my book.
Ah, the computer. Unfortunately, not having Wolfenstein. Jessica, 82, is joining the conversation. Hey, Jessica. You there? Blink against the machine. Hi. This works? This is weird. I can see you over there typing. Turn around. Look, Lynn 15, Jessica 82. Thanks, Jessica. You don't need to continue to freak us out.
I think you're done there.
I can see you. What was that other thing on your screen? Doing it close when I was coming over. Nothing, just messing around. Still haven't figured this computer thing out. I can help you anytime. Lynn's waving at you. Hold on. Community support hopes and prayers to press for the anxious Catholics. Moderator, Book of Tracy. Who has control? Buy Ice Cream Used Cream, December 7th, 1995, 2:43 a.m. So my husband says that everything happens for a reason and God has his plan, but he also says you have to make your own luck. If you want something, you have to change whatever is in your way and make it happen. I don't want to tell him he's contradicting himself, but he doesn't like to hear that. It's spelled here wrong. And sometimes he raises a hand, but I feel like I don't have any control, and it's my fault at the same time. I got the worst of both ends. I just get 82, December 9th, 1985. I feel like that too, sometimes, a lot of the time. Are you an adult? Excuse me. I'm almost 50 years old. I guess it's dumb for a grown woman to worry like this. I shouldn't even be here. What do you mean, are you an adult when a person says they have a husband?
This is just a, determinism debate.
Jessica says, it's not dumb, I just wanted to know. What do you do when your husband raises a hand? Like, does he hurt you? Are you allowed to call the police if it's your family? Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Can you talk to one of your teachers?
My cognition is really bad right now.
I like that the screens are brighter on the camera, because of course they'd be.
Yeah, it's got decent attention to detail.
I like that the computers are consistent with each other.
I feel a fire in my soul.
Oh, that door. The door opened up as we passed by again, but there's nothing at the table this time. Why would you open the door again? Bizarre. I hope that wasn't just like a flag confusion. The rot webbing stuff is following her.
She has a very normal walk cycle. You just kind of missed all that dialogue, huh?
I think they were just saying a prayer.
Oh yeah, you know what prayer I remembered recently from my childhood?
What?
Now I lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord my soul to keep. And if I should die before my wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. What a weird fucking thing to teach to a kid. I'd never realized, like I was young, and, like, I didn't even know what it meant. And now I'm an adult thinking, like, wait, why the fuck was I taught a prayer about, like, hey, if I die in my sleep tonight, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, probably shouldn't. Not the. Not the.
Again, I just didn't
coolest
even
thing.
think anything of it. Like, it didn't. I never thought about dying in my sleep. It was just like, it was just a series of words I said. It was almost like speaking a foreign language. Like, it didn't really mean anything to me. Prayer is fucking weird like that.
Yeah. Helm. Or, as it clearly says, Hulk my, which is Yoda talking about their husband, the Hulk, because they're both green.
Or maybe that's just the sign that I was never really into the religion. Like, because I'm sure people do actually understand the words and are into them, like, you know, the really religious people.
Oh, the staircase we
But,
ran through before.
there's a lot of people who are religious just through circumstance, and they're, like, basically not religious. Like, they don't even go to church. They just technically believe in God, and they have, like, some Christian beliefs and stuff. And, like, that's all I was as a kid until I realized, wait a second. I hear most Christians don't think about anything that comes religiously. Yeah, like, I wonder how many of them it still is just, like, the prayer doesn't really mean anything, it's just a bunch of words they say. Oh, God. Oh, God, I never thought about that. How many... I actually have no idea, like, what the percentage would be of adults who, like, genuinely are into those words versus adults who just kind of say it because it's the prayer. All of these faces are fucking horrific. That guy looks kind of like one of my coworkers, actually, but with a beard.
Why is your
Oh
mouth
my
upside
God.
down?
Yeah, that's... Hang on, I want... There's something very wrong about every single one of these people.
They're all kind of uncanny. toes.
Did it have a toenail on the side of the toe?
No, I think. Wait, maybe. I think that might be a bad normal mapping job.
Hmm.
Also, there's the
Mother
stepping on the
Mary.
snake. I
In
hate this.
normal maps.
Really, again, not a good sign when the Mother Mary's bleeding from the eyes. I typically think it's typically agreed to be a bad idea.
Normal maps are fucked up. That's like the bleeding from the eyes is bad, but when the normal maps on the toes is fucked up, that's a really bad sign. That's how you know Satan is here.
I'm just trying to see if I could recognize these hallways because I'm figuring out the layout of the school. I don't know why. I'm gonna walk up here. Remind me.
You know, Penrose, that's actually not what you're supposed to do, turns out. I mean, that's kind of what happened for me, too. Not really, like, when I was told, it's like I still fought it for a while until I eventually realized, yeah, maybe actually this is all bullshit.
And now I can't go in there.
You could swap to save slots if you're worried you missed something.
Just back in this hallway.
Oh.
Guess I just walk around?
You were probably meant to leave some other way at that point, but I don't know.
Gotta get my laps in, I guess.
Or is this the way you're supposed to go?
This is the way I came out of last time.
Hello. That's a bad. That's not good. Yeah, I will say the whole, like, hallucination mechanic in this game is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite thing about this game.
It's like, there's a lot of things I hate about this game, but then there is a handful of really cool things.
Why am I just in a trough?
You know.
I presume I jumped through a window or something and just fell into here. That's the parallel of me falling into the pool. It is really convenient how these things keep lining up for me.
These people have grass growing out of them. I just want to see Val again. They really teased us with that character. I hope we get to see Val just like skullfuck Papa Noth to death while we like sneakily slide out the back door with our wife.
The mine entrance is usually on the top floor.
Yeah, we didn't watch them.
Val makes me uncomfortable. Please do what you I feel comfier with Val than Papa Knoth, that's for fucking sure.
Chapter 12. And finally from the temple, the teachings of Sullivan Knoth, servant of truth and faithful witness, the gateway to paradise, who's loved us and washed us of sins in our own blood. Remember this, thou hast fallen and must repent, and the bloody work is before you, so harden thy hearts and thy hands and sharpen thine blades. You know these things that shall precede the coming of the Antichrist, and fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Fear not the dreams that walk outside sleep, and by which ye shall be imprisoned and tortured, that shall dredge from the prisons of thy memory your unrepentant sins, and thy faults, even in the virginal fears of your welcoming years.
You're gonna have to explain this one to me as well. I'm way too high for this. What? Mako WTF. Well, Val is the Satanist. And that, like, they're both really bad, but Val at least, like, isn't the one responsible for all of this bullshit. And also they're down with the devil. Or, like, something. I don't know what their god is exactly. But it's not the Christian god, at least.
Hi, boy. Ask what happened in the last hour. We went, river rafting, and, then it started raining blood. And thy faults, even in the virginal fears of your whelping years, shall be
you were talking
visited
about the skull fucking. Okay, that's what you said. What the fuck, too? I mean, I feel like that would kind of be the perfect ending to this game. Like, that's like everything that Val is about. I want Val's dream of skull fucking Papa Knoth to come true.
Fear not the dreams that walk outside sleep, that by which ye shall be imprisoned and tortured, that shall dredge from the prisons of thy memory your unrepentant sins. And thy faults, even in the virginal fears of your whelping years, shall be visited upon you, and you shall bleed and wail, and you shall repent. For the sins of the past shall rise before the dead may arise in the last days, for thou hast little strength, and denied all names, and tarried long in the hours of temptation. And the air shall be thick with locusts, as will choke thy breath. And ye shall be ravaged with boils and sickness, your body a temple and city to pestilence. And thy sex will wither, and rot as flesh for carrion birds. And the corpses upon the water shall be as solid land, so thick they lie, with death an open door beneath. And no man can shut it, and no angels can hear thy voice. And the blood of the Lion, God of the sky, shall be cut, and his blood will fall as rain, for all things must die when God finds no perfection, even in his own perfection.
Okay, I think I did understand this one, for the most part.
An important one is this part, where the dreams, your dreams shall walk outside sleep, they will dredge from the prisons of thy memory your unrepentant sins.
How did he know all this shit?
He saw a vision from the angels. He stated this.
So there is something actually going on here. Unless there's like a really dumb plot twist or something, I don't know. Can you not just go back the way? Yeah. Oh, he's coming. Damn, even I was hopeful about that one.
Can't get me now, dick nuts!
They can.
Can't get me now, dick nuts!
Oh, they're gonna. Right?
Can't get me now, dick nuts! They got me now, dick nuts.
Mako's into revenge skull fucking. No, I just want Papa Knoth to die, and I just think that's the most in-character way for Val to kill him. Like, I wouldn't write a story like this, but if I was handed a story like this and I was asked how do you end it, that's how I would end it. Is that shit happening while you just sneak out the back door with your wife?
I just had to vault over a pile of corpses.
And I feel like this game is gonna end with something at least a little bit similar happening. Like Noth and Val having some sort of shit going down against each other.
Out we go!
Thank you, Hans Zimmer, for welcoming us to the dream world. Hello, meat.
My vision doesn't like that very much.
What are you doing?
It's gone.
Oh. Convenience insanity. None of our insanity has ever been convenient. It doesn't actually get us out of danger.
Poisonous plants. We'll burn them. You. Ragwort.
I don't look like that.
Foxglove. Privet. What?
I don't look like that.
You look just like that. Acorns. Woody nightshade. Hemlock. Cuckoo plant. Deadly nightshade, which is different than, you know, woody nightshade. It's deadly, but more. They're both deadly, but this one's deadlier. Black nightshade. It's deadly for different reasons. These ones,
those aren't important enough.
They didn't deserve labels.
These are all the plants that science has forsaken.
Ah, the bones. Show where the dimples are. Civility.
It's just a black strain? Let me look at this. It can't be that bad. Yeah, it's pretty dark. Wait, or is this just because I'm on my bad monitor? Let me look at it on my good monitor. Okay, the darkness isn't so much the problem, it's the darkness combined with the fact that it's a stream and the resolution's kind of bad and pixelated. Yeah. So it is definitely darker on YouTube than it is on Discord for me.
Always is. Well, Mako, let's walk towards this.
Oh, okay.
You know, I really think there might be something on our mind. Let's watch that recording. Ah, you were talkative this one, huh?
Sauce?
Sauce?
About
goated with the sauce?
Long-term memory sauce.
The bathroom. I would call it the rap room. We had spaghetti and long-term memory sauce. You hanging in there? I'm hilarious. Oh. I turned around because I thought it was behind me. No, it was... Okay. Jeebus fell down. You doing okay there, J-Money?
He's sleeping.
Inri. Don't have anything to say about this one, huh, Leg? Nice poster.
How the fuck do I get out of here?
Oh. Just saw a silhouette past that window. Jicka, Ulv, Black. Black? What do you think this says, Mako?
I can't believe it's not butter.
That seems... Yeah, that's definitely a monster moo.
I can't tell if these are all edited photos of people or if some of them are normal. That guy's not normal. That can't be a real person. There's no way. I want to look at those pictures a little bit more. Avery. Yeah. Like that can't be real. That guy on the left, there's something about him too. Is it like that for all of them? Like, look at Chinese Elon Musk. I think Chinese Elon Musk is just inherently frightening, and like, so that's not a real guy. They had to invent that.
It's like AI generated faces before AI generation was a thing.
Maybe.
Also not a good sign last I checked. Library. This guy looks like a younger John Oliver.
Guy looks like a younger my grandpa. There's a lot of guys that kind of look like my grandpa in video games.
Does your grandpa look like your grandpa?
Not anymore. I mean, now he just looks like an older version of my grandpa. I don't know why I am specifically... Because every time I see a guy that looks like my grandpa, I look specifically like how he did, like, a decade or two ago.
Why, Jesus is real. Historical fact. Nobody has ever argued Jesus was not a real person. What they argued is whether or not he did the things that they said that he did. Like, that's like arguing...
I mean, people called into question whether or not he was real, at least.
I know, but, like, it's like... People arguing that, like, George Washington wasn't real. Like, No, yeah, he was a real person. We just didn't chop down a cherry tree.
I guess it might have been kind of hard for the Bible to take off if it wasn't for Jesus. I don't know.
Well, this is where we end up last time, so I guess it makes sense that we're here again. You know, 3 batteries.
Like, do you think Christianity was more or less started? Wait, what did Christianity start like around the birth of Jesus, or was it around before that?
Mac, we're in a maze.
Or wait, well, Christianity probably is based off of the fact that his last name was Christ, wasn't it? Or was Christ a term before? I don't know.
Mac, I'm in a maze. I can't really think.
I'm also asking chat.
His last name wasn't Christ. He was referred to that later because he was the Son of God.
I literally don't know when Christianity started.
Oh, we're being damaged by... Go away.
It started years and years after Jesus was allegedly dead. Oh. So, do you think the entire religion just started as a series of stories based on that guy? And people just had a bunch of ideas about him?
Perhaps.
And they all just managed to line up in a way that explained the whole basis of the religion? I don't know. Wait, someone else just said it started around 200 BC though. So I don't know. Yeah, this is a really bad time to be having a salvia trip.
Infinite library. I clamber over these books.
I guess those are just dirt mounds.
Bandage.
He's coming!
Please stop doing this to me. Jesus. Jessica.
Shit!
Please, wait!
Don't worry, I'm coming.
Oh. Yeah, that was cool.
I mean, we're just in this corner, sidling around this. Okay. Where does it want us to go? How do we get in there?
This is not a fun place.
The mine entrance is usually on the top floor.
Chapter 7. And the creatures said unto me, Son of your father's sins, lift your feet from the earth, and I will speak unto thee. And the spirit entered the cunt of my mind, and made seed there, and I became as the chorus of screams and the movement of the wheels. And we said unto all of creation, but I alone was given ears to hear, I send thee as Ezekiel to the shepherds of a false Israel, formed in mockery of my will in the time of your birth, and sustained in warlike transgression and greed by every nation. And all the children of false Israel and the Pharisees shall murmur against Ezekiel and against his gospel, and as they feast on that which dieteth of itself, baked with dung that cometh out of man, in communion with their children. Neither came their abominable flesh into my mouth. And the Lord said unto me, Get thee down unto the stiff-necked and weak of flesh, for your people have corrupted my book in the defilement of Esdras, and Tobit, and Esther, and the wisdom of Solomon, and Ecclesiasticus, and Baruch, and the letters of Jeremiah, and the prayer of Azariah, and Susanna and Bel, who killed the dragon, and the prayer of Manasseh, and the Maccabees. For if you worship me, but part way, you are as the parent who cuts away the limbs of his child to better love what remains. And that child will die, and I will hate thee as a killer of little children. My friend there, I think you were told something and then you took the wrong message here.
Wait, what?
They're clearly being said that, you shouldn't kill children in this metaphor. If you worship me but part way, you are as a parent who cuts away the limbs of his child to better love what remains, and that child will die and will hate thee as a killer of little children. All of these people are currently killers of little children in the most literal, non-metaphorical way.
Yeah, I know.
Like, isn't that a bit of a hypocrite?
Why are the ones that killed the dragon the only ones who get their, like, notable things mentioned?
It's not confusing them, the ones who didn't kill a dragon, Mac? Come on.
There are men. Like, please.
I keep wanting to turn the night vision off because I like the colors. Am I safe? Well, that's a confusing way to get around. It's like, I don't want to ruin, like, the color palettes of, like, the red light and whatnot.
We are in Blight Town. Blight Town is such a funny name for a place that sucks.
It's the town where they put all the blight.
Fuck.
Oh, I see.
Oh. Good job. What? Why was that monster in its iframe blink animation?
Yeah, if reading into that correctly, she definitely had a broken neck there, but I don't think it was from hangers.
Huh? I didn't really see what you were looking at.
There's a father up above, and he's looking down in love. So be careful, little eyes, what you see.
Oh shit. The ground's
be
moving.
careful, little hands, what you do. Oh, be careful, little hands, what you do. There's a father up above, and he's looking down in love. So be careful, little hands.
Was that supposed to happen?
Oh, I needed to sidle underneath these stalls. I'm an idiot.
Was the enemy supposed to be invisible there?
I guess so.
Down in love, so be careful, little eyes, what you see. Oh, be careful, little hands, what you do. Oh, be careful, little hands, what you do. There's a father up above, and he's looking down in love, so be
This honestly is like a really cool and also terrifying concept of somebody in the real world is trying to kill you and you are tripping fucking balls right now. Like, oh man, I could make a whole horror game with just that concept actually. That would be so, yeah. I mean, I couldn't, but like, it would
You're
be
not
cool
even
if I
like
could.
just confused. You don't have to hide. Let me help you. I remember being young.
This?
You've always been so nervous.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that this is one of those priests, just on the vocal styling alone.
I'll never let you go. I'll ne'er let you go.
Window.
Presumably. Oh, this one.
Alright, where are we and where do we want to be? Yeah, like, I really didn't like the middle part of this game at all, but there's a lot of things I do like about it, and I am enjoying these later parts a lot.
1 second.
Actually, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Right up. I kind of also need to use the restroom real quick. So, we are going to put on a little Be Right Back.
I'm here. What you doing?
I'm back.
Oh, I'm also back.
Also, for the record, I'm going to assume that guy is Father Loudermilk. Milch.
Who?
Remember, in one of the emails we saw earlier on the Wolfenstein computer, the person said that Father Loudermilk says that she should not go on the field trip because she might be a runaway, so she should stay after class at the school doing the library study.
Oh, so he killed her.
I think that's the implication of us finding her at the bottom of that staircase.
Well,
when
wait, what you said? Why did it look like she died differently?
Because she was just lying on the ground at the bottom of the staircase. Every time otherwise we've seen her hung up. This was the first time we just seen her lying there with a broken neck. But when we came back to that hallway, she was strung up, hanging from the ceiling. I think the implication is that she had her neck broken, and then she was hung up to make it look like a suicide.
Maybe. Is there an implied motive for why he would do that?
I do not think there is one at this moment.
Then that's either a weak theory, or if that is actually what happened, pretty dumb that there is no motive. Father Lathermilk, yeah. I don't want anything to do with that.
Whose name is a red flag. Replacement battery. Ah, alright.
The boys have been alerted.
I think this is the wrong way. Wait, no. Might have been the right way.
Roll faster, Blake.
Pop-up, I don't need to know that it's time to heal.
Now it's time to go.
I'm getting through that. That's nice of them. We're in the super hard mode, so they don't normally give us multiple ones, but I guess they're just being a little generous. Do you know why mine entrances are normally at the top?
In case of a cave-in.
No, it's because it's easier to work with the rocks with them following gravity going down, so they bring them up to the top of the thing to push them all the way down.
They bring them up to what?
They bring the rocks up to the top. What broke this? Oh, I guess that. They bring that to the top because the rock... I don't know. What a cart. Looked like a cart. One of the, like, cart things.
Wait, are you gonna finish your other thought?
Yes. They bring them up to the top because it's easier to process the rocks going down following gravity instead of having to lift them up between every part of the step of the process.
You're still not being very specific.
Okay. Rocks are heavy.
I know this.
So, when you want to work with a lot of rocks, do you want to be lifting them up constantly, or do you want to just let gravity carry them most of the time?
But wouldn't you fucking not want the entrance to be up high then? If it's easier for the rocks to fall down?
Yeah, that you bring the rocks to the very top, and then you let them go down inside the building between the different parts you need them to go to.
I'm sorry, are you carrying rocks into the mine? What's happening here?
No, you're bringing them out on these big mine carts up to the top of the mine. I'll explain more clearly once I'm in.
Doesn't make any sense.
Okay, so mines are obviously down underground. Well, you bring the rocks on a big conveyor up to the very top of the mine processing building. Then they go down through mills and like siphons and so on through the building. And then they come out the very bottom.
Wait, there's a fucking cutscene, hang on.
Lynn, her name is Lynn.
Wait, what? You're not making any sense. Where are these rocks coming from? The mine? Inside the mine, deep underground?
Yes. They come from the deep underground mine.
Okay, why do we lift those rocks up as high as possible? In the entrance.
Because you move them through the processing building that we were just inside, starting at the top and moving to the bottom. Otherwise, you need to lift the rocks back up every time to get them to the top of the next machine you need them to go.
Well, that just depends on the elevation of the processing building, then. You just want the entrance at the same elevation of the processing building. The entrance doesn't have to be at the top of the mine, then, does it?
Okay. Rocks are down here. Like, I'm drawing a line. You bring them up to the top of the building, and then they get processed and mined and refined and down to get just the ores you want, and then they go on their merry way. So instead of having to go like directly across, then you have to go up and down, and then up and down, and then up and down to put you through each machine. You need to just do it one time to lift it all the way up to the top, and then just let gravity work it all the way down through the building.
But that's irrelevant to where the entrance is, because you could have an entrance at the bottom, then you wouldn't need the elevator. Well, I guess you need an elevator either way, so that just makes it so you only need an elevator. Okay, that makes sense. Just not for any of the reasons you said.
Sure.
Like, you always do this thing where you're on the correct side of an argument, but you have no idea how to actually illustrate your point. Well, or like your point is irrelevant to the reason that it's actually the right side of the argument.
Safety
I know
sepulchre.
Penrose, I know.
Trapped. I was never gonna get out. Now I knew it. At least I'd be there with her.
Is this the only entrance?
Find Lynn. Nothing
Possibly.
matters but
It's the only
Lynn.
one we know of because it was at the mine building. Well, deep underground, past the bedrock, but don't dig straight down. You'll regret that, but now you feel brave to roam in these caves, so equip your spade. Yeah, that's a good sound to be having, earthquakes. Definitely want earthquakes while I'm in a mine shaft. Definitely good. Definitely what I'm looking for here. Can I put on this helmet for, like, at least minimal protection?
Avery is wrong, right? Mako is just wrong. Wait, I wasn't wrong about anything. I wasn't making a claim. How can I be wrong if I wasn't arguing for anything?
Well, that guy ran from this way, so this must be the best way to go. Where'd you go, my boy? Is this you? No, you've been here for a while. Chapter 14. The fruit of destruction shall ripen with the foul womb of the martyred mother. The spider-eyed lamb shall bring judgment of the lesser whore onto even the greater whore.
Spider-eyed lamb?
The Antichrist. Spider-eyed lamb shall bring judgment of the lesser whore onto even the great whore who sitteth upon the many waters, because the regular Christ is the lamb. So the spider-eyed lamb.
General, I'm right in general about a lot of things. Not all.
Some. The things that you know, the things you know about, you tend to know pretty well about. The things you don't know about is basically...
The things I don't know about, I don't make claims about.
Meanwhile, I will make a claim about literally anything on the spot.
You have to make a claim to be wrong about something, but if I don't understand something, I just say I don't understand it.
Where's Japan, Mako?
I can't be wrong if I don't give an answer.
You did! You gave 2 wrong answers! Anyways.
It's because you forced my hand.
The fruit of destruction shall ripen with the foul womb of the martyred mother. The spider-eyed lamb shall bring judgment of the lesser whore onto even the great whore who sitteth upon many waters. For from Ezekiel's nation the enemy shall be born, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him, whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness and unrighteousness in them, that perish, because they received not the love of the truth, and they might be saved, and for the cause of God shall send them strong delusions, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believed not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. And Ezekiel said unto his midwives and his hunters, You are the raven and I am the wolf, who will allow you to feed if you lead me to slaughter. For God had said, The flesh of beasts is yours, only in sacrifice to me, even unto the flesh of your offspring.
Yeah, I have no idea what that one meant.
Kill your kids.
Is that the whole thing?
From Ezekiel's nation, the enemy shall be born. They will not receive the love of the truth. They all might be damned, believe not the truth. You get set into his midwives and his hunters. You are the raven and I am the wolf. So yeah, the midwives will bring the baby and the wolves will kill it. By which the hunters will. And the gods, the flesh of beasts is yours only and can sacrifice to me, even unto the flesh of your offspring. So the flesh of beasts would include your offspring. I'm generally understanding this as you are going to, the midwives are going to make as many kids as possible, and they will be killed if they are they are them, so that we can find the Antichrist. General idea of trying to find it. Where the fuck did that guy go? Did he fall in the hole? He might have fallen in the hole.
What guy?
The guy who ran past this way earlier, I don't think you were looking.
No.
Oh shit! Lynn!
Wife! My wife? My wife. I must find my wife. I can't leave without my good friend Super Wife. Wife, hold on a second. I need to check her notes.
You're not evil, Blake. Just confused.
Okay. Not ideal.
Fuck.
The Titan. The colossal Titan.
They lived down here. No, not lived. I had to find Lynn. I hoped I hadn't already.
I don't think they could have done that to her in the time it took.
Find Lynn. Nothing matters but Lynn.
Good news, Mako.
There's still a lot of this game left, huh? Well, I mean, like, a lot more than that is to say, this is not the very end.
Yeah. According to that, there were approximately 10 notes left. Is this away? I don't like how squelchy this place is. Also, the mines, like in The Binding of Isaac?
Yeah.
Here, lend a hand.
I hear the violin, I lock the door.
Barrel.
What?
There was a man dude guy on the other side of that doorman thing.
Yeah, but did they just, like, animation cancel you or something? What was that? Why'd you die so fast?
Dude, I'm having a moment here. Stop.
What did you expect to happen there?
I wanted them to let me record. My dude!
Okay, a better question. What does the game expect to happen right here? I guess for you to run away first. Why did you stop?
I didn't! Dude. Dude. Guess not.
Barrel.
That's time.
Can we not, like, stick our nose out the top? Like, what? Why does that work through cave walls?
fucked here.
Are you? Or are you just supposed to like run past him through the way that he was guarding? Well, I guess if that happens, you won't be able to record the thing. I don't know.
I'm making a break for it. Okay, movie time.
Decorated with the dead. I checked faces looking for Lynn. Looking for my own. For Jessica.
I don't think Blake's having a good time.
No.
This is like a catacomb, but made by like an insane person. Well, that's not.
The
No.
fuck is that?
That would be a baby, Mako.
Enemy of my enemy. Child. It's too late to save the child. It was always too late.
Why their baby on minecart?
I don't have the answers to your questions. Actually, I'm curious what's down there.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh my god, this is gonna take so long.
Out of my way, dead baby. Guess I could barricade myself in here if need be.
Has Mako figured it out yet? I don't know who this fucking baby is.
If you've done something, I want you to tell me.
Yeah, was that baby even real? Like, why did that minecart? I don't know. Did we kill Jessica?
Maybe. Chapter 14. And in the moments before her birth the Antichrist shall wake, even in the womb, and her woe and misery will bleed and corrupt the earth. As Jesus Christ of Nazareth dethroned death and
Oh,
glory
the
and death.
Antichrist is a lady? Girl?
I guess the Antichrist, I mean, if it's the opposite of Jesus, that would make it a girl. Because Jesus was a boy. As Jesus Christ of Nazareth dethroned death and glory of God, the Antichrist of Temple Gate shall set the grim horsemen back upon their throne, unless she is murdered in a bloody cradle. But Ezekiel shall judge the unborn spatter-eyed lamb by knife and by fire, and the righteous shall proclaim an Alleluia. And ye shall see heaven open and come to earth, and Ezekiel shall sit astride a white horse. His eyes shall be flame, upon his head will be all the crowns of the earth. And he shall take a new name, as unto the word of God, for he shall be clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his new name shall be known to none but himself. And the angels shall be carrion birds, who feast upon the flesh of kings, the flesh of mothers, the flesh of mighty men, the flesh of horses, and them that sit upon them, the flesh of free men and slaves. And if they feed on the flesh of that damned child, then heaven is yours. But if that child draws breath, if the eyes of the Antichrist are allowed to take in the light of the world, they shall swallow the light of the world. Then death shall reign again, and endless suffering shall reward those who revel in suffering, and endless regret shall torture the righteous in the immedicable regrets of sin and shame. You better kill a baby, or else bad things will happen.
Don't, and you better not. It's gotta be before it opens its eyes, okay?
And Papa Noth, Sullivan Noth, Papa Noth, Ezekiel will get a cool new name, but nobody else gets to know it.
Yeah.
That's important. I feel like it's important to note that. We should put that in the book. But sir, why would we note something we can't put in the book? I need it to be in the book, sir. How did you die in here?
That guy was already there.
How did you die in here? What was going on in this small tunnel?
17th century mining accident.
I don't like being in here. If this was Outlast 1, a rock would fall and steal our ankle. Or at least break our leg. Honestly, we haven't been, like, physically tortured enough. I feel like that should be happening more.
We have syphilis now.
We don't know that we have syphilis, and also syphilis is a treatable disease. As long as we get to a hospital. And not out here in the bumfuck. We have stigmata in our hands, which is cool. At least we'll have the memories.
Yeah, I mean, our hands seem to be working, like, just as good as they always did, so...
You know, with seeing the father walking into the lake and him coming out of the water and us getting that illusion earlier of him running down the mine shaft, and now this, I think our dreams and reality are getting more and more mixed as time goes on.
But yeah.
Especially since in our, like, all our notes were, like, mixing up Jessica and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there might just be insanity particles across the whole landscape.
You ever have the weird feeling you're a canary?
No.
Sex? Skeleton sex?
Loving and hating God is the same thing. Like making and killing children is the same thing. She told me to meet her in the music room.
What?
What?
Making and killing children is the same thing?
In the same way that loving and hating God is the same thing.
I don't understand.
Did you know there's an achievement in this game for completing it without ever reloading your batteries?
Huh.
And there's also an achievement for doing that on the hardest difficulty.
What have you done to
Is it
live?
battle time?
Hi, Val. Looking good.
We are creatures of appetite. I want to feel your hunger. wanna see your true face. Your seed will burn this world.
Do you have tits and a vagina made out of mud? I mean, when you're trans in the fucking hillbilly outback...
I'm sorry, did you say her tits are made out of mud?
Her tits are made out of mud.
Welcome her, infant lord.
Are you sure?
Naked and hiding nothing. I lay down this mess.
You crazy motherfucker!
I show
Where
my
is she?
true face. Show me your true face.
Hello. Hello, convenience.
What's happening?
The cave is collapsing.
Help me make this right.
Sorry, I really just wanted to look at Val.
Val's fucking character model gets within 2 inches of you and you just fall down.
She is also quite tall, even though she's like hunched over. Okay, now I'll try.
Help me make this right.
It's like, did rocks just fucking fall on those guys' heads back there or something?
Yes.
That's sure convenient.
Yeah. Danger. Unsafe bind. Do not pass this point. What?
I thought we were fucked for a second.
He's come. Fruit of your lust. Child. Your father. The Christ we deserve. Watch.
I don't particularly want to crouch while hiding underwater. Man, Val just bonks us and we die.
Yeah, that's actually kind of lame that there's no death animation.
Like, maybe there is, but we're just constantly in situations where it does not apply. Because, like, if you're, like, in the middle of an animation, they don't tend to have one. Like, I could just let her kill me and see what happens.
I'm a little curious.
Yeah, I see the intent here. You know.
No, she just kind of shoves the sword at you.
Maybe it's because we're in the water? Because, like, it'd be weird to have a death animation for everyone else but not Val.
Yeah.
Val and her mud vagina.
Val is a she. We don't know, really. We're just kind of assuming. I will admit, I did not know there was a game, like a big, well-known game about a crazy-ass trans girl fucking chasing after you in a mine.
Yeah.
Find Lynn. Nothing matters.
Only
but
one
Lynn.
battery.
Why do we think they're trans? Because, well, we know that they're male, like biologically. People refer to them as he before.
Yeah, the Christians all refer to Val as a he.
And they have a lot of T-girl swag. Those are the two main reasons.
Yeah, they have rather masculine features, excluding the fact that they have, you know, dress and hair, I guess. And they have mud titties.
What are you doing right now?
Waiting for her to leave.
Crazy is the ultimate turn off for me. Well, that and smoking. Dude, if you ever meet a smoker, just tell them to start vaping. And tell them they're a fucking idiot if they don't.
Introduce them to the Dynavac.
Yeah. Dry herb vaping, specifically. Vaping is just bad. Dry herb vaping. I forgot to specify dry herb vaping. It is nowhere near just as bad. Like, I'm an asthmatic, I want to breathe in the near you. Okay, well, vaping is very mathematically less bad, even if you're just talking about secondhand smoke, because there's like 70% less vapor, or less shit in the air, because it's just vapor. There's less shit.
Val, please.
Did all that time you spent in that room not matter? Or did you progress? Val really just looking like a Dark Souls enemy.
Yeah?
Incorrect.
Blake! 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 Why would you do this to me?
Does the resolution at the bottom right that is behind your VTuber avatar change according to the resolution you set the game to?
I don't think so, but I would hope it does.
It should. Blake's camera just gets shittier depending on how bad your PC is. What does that actually do?
It's deactivating electricity that's shocking that one hallway.
Oh. Your first boy crush was on someone who thought that they were Napoleon Bonaparte? That was so confusing.
Oh, we actually they did have an animation there.
I couldn't tell what the fuck was happening in it.
Yeah, because we were underwater.
This game is so jank sometimes. And also, that was the one time that they didn't insta-kill you.
Okay.
Next time you could have saved and you're not in the water. We can let Val kill us. They believe that all viruses were man-made. That would be very impressive. How the fuck do you believe that? Like, do they not believe that there were viruses before we had biotech?
There we go, Blake. Okay, we're saved. Whew.
My uncle, they live out in the country, homeschool their kids, and refuse modern medicine. Ah, child abuse. Love it. I do think it's okay for the government to, like, do things with your kids as long as it's in order to prevent child abuse. I think it is okay to you know, have some guidelines to make it so that they can do that kind of shit.
Yeah. And this is why homeschooling needs oversight.
What did you do to her?
Was my theory
Keep
correct?
a secret from yourself.
Or does the guy just think we killed her? I don't know. Your uncle practices an ancient Norse religion? That thing that they make like Marvel movies about? What is Thor? Is he Norse? I forget.
Yes.
Bro, your uncle believes in Thor? Does your uncle believe in Thor, Dylan O'Rourke? Does your uncle believe in Thor? That's fucking incredible if so. They pretend it's legit? What do you mean pretend? Like, do they know it's not real, but what do you mean? It's fucking nanobots again. It's fucking nanobots again.
What makes you think that?
Because that looked like a swarm of nanobots. Or maybe that was just like a hallucinatory, like, splotch in our vision. I don't know. It could have been that. But it could have also been nanobots.
They wouldn't do nanobots twice.
They think it is. They think it's real or they think it's bullshit. And if they think it's bullshit, why and how do they practice it?
Ah, we ran out of ladder, I see. 800 feet. Mac, would you want to be 800 feet underground?
No. They think it's real, I think. That's pretty funny.
Not like I do.
Oh, we could let her kill him.
Nope.
God doesn't love you. Not like I do.
Whatever behind us.
It's just the generic. Okay, well, it's just the generic.
Okay, that's fair enough. It's good to know that she has one.
Yeah, that was weird.
I mean, I guess given that they're so... Given that most of the time it's in the water would look weird, it was easier just to not give her one at all. I don't know. Ever get chased through tunnels by a trans girl? Oh no, not this way. Didn't mean to turn around.
But why is this happening? Bad time for the batteries to go out.
So, Michael, what about a body of water underneath a cave?
Yeah, it's not fun. That was more than one splash. This game has a lot of low-speed chase scenes in it. Like a really high amount of low-speed chase scenes. Bro, I would be so hungry at this point in the game that I would just eat that fucking battery. It's got energy in it.
I'm scouring for notes if you couldn't tell.
I don't know what the Haunted Mansion movie is. Who knows?
You should watch that. Illegally, of course, so that I don't get paid for it, but you know, I should watch it. Back into the water, boys!
Labrador?
That's what they want you to think.
Labrador. Hello, not Labrador yet.
This crack. Dearest beloved, please don't run. Please read this. Please forgive me. I know I must look dog ugly and beat over. I cannot talk to you straight because I've lost my tongue to another man's teeth in an act it pains me to think back on. I left the world for Papa North when I was just a boy, and believed everything he sold us for most of my life. But a man can only take so much abuse. Can only swallow so many world's endings. It is hateful to try to believe God's sounds as a sign of your own failings. Nile tempted me with his twisted-up gospel, and I believed, but I felt something move upon me more powerful and real than any Holy Spirit. Even those nightmares of what we'd done that plagued us sleeping and wakeful both were silenced. I reveled in sin like a diseased animal, and it gave me blessed peace, but the pleasures in rotten and blood can only go so far, and nightmares are finding their way back in. I can't find no solace in God, and if there's a devil, he's God's work too, and I can only hope ain't none of it is real. There's despair in this, and I find I miss you. I hope it is love and not cowardice. I hope you can forgive me. My worst sin was letting you go. I love you as long as you let me. Please forgive me. The Atheist. Yeah, after going through both sides of that, it would be reasonably like, yeah, I'm just not gonna do this whole religion thing anymore. No, neither of these things are working for me.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure how common it is for people of one religion to, like, convert directly into another one, rather than just becoming an atheist. Like, I feel like once you have the realization that the God you believe in might not be real, I don't know, maybe they just modified the same God so it's easier to, you know, transition into. Hey yo, pun and I slightly intended. It's pretty common, is it? I feel like once you realize your god is bullshit, it's easier to just realize the entire idea of a god is bullshit than to just believe in a different god instead.
I mean, it depends on if you found a religion that suits you better, like your beliefs better, or if you just decided the one you had was not good.
It's not about it's not about suiting your beliefs or whether it's good or not. It's about whether or not you think it's bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Some people.
No, I mean whether or not you think it's real, not like I don't know. People try out other religions who are deciding if they totally give up on faith. That's really weird to me.
You can't carry any more bandages. Gamer.
Oh, well, I'm not talking about that, Penrose. I'm not talking about different fucking subclasses of Christianity. I'm talking about, like, entire different religion. Because, like, Val seems to specifically believe in a different kind of god.
Achievement.
At least.
Achievement. Ordination. Collect all documents. Chapter 15. And God spoke from the mouth of Ezekiel so that his ears bled, and his teeth cracked, and the seed issued from his inspired loins, and in his words were the blood of Christ, and of this blood was a river, and its sustenance healed the festering wood of the trees that bore the 7 nations. By the blood of the Lamb, the spider-eyed lamb shall fall forever, and they that remain shall need no light, neither candle nor electric flame, for vision shall be an eternal dawn. Steal not the prophecies of my word, but copy them even exact of the letter, and with every waking moment of thy life, for I am the fellow servant, and thy brethren the prophet and father, and our shepherds say only this: God will reward you. Be ye filthy, be ye just, be ye unjust, be ye clothed in shame or in glory, in time God shall fuck ye with it, and so shall be thy reward. We are all of us Alpha and Omega, and Ezekiel the first among all, and ye shall climb the tree of life, or be crucified upon it. Only the chosen of God shall find sanctuary within temple gate, for without there are whores, and killers, and adulterers, and idolaters, and Pharisees, publicans, blasphemers, tax collectors, and tyrants. And the angels say, God turned away from man until the time his son Jesus came to testify unto you. Jesus Christ turned away from man until the time his prophet lvoe came to testify unto you. And every word of the prophet is true, for it is written in this book, and this book is the truth. You shall testify these things, and in you shall be the book of life, and you shall live in this holy city, and you shall say, come quickly. Revelations, even in my suffering, even in the death of my children, come, Lord God, and give me paradise. The grace of God and his prophet lvoe be with you all. Amen. Yeah, basically, like, if you just do this, everything will work out. In the end, you will get paradise. You just have to go through the suffering of it. You will, even if your children die, after all of it, you will be rewarded with paradise everlasting. And yeah, that's the final chapter of Not Safe. 4 things to go, and they're all recordings, baby.
I wonder if we're gonna record our wife getting killed. That would be kind of weird.
Ah, my face! Do not put whatever narcotic you just put into my face. Give me that back!
Their camera now. They're gonna take photos of moths. Your camera. The entire remaining, like, 5 things left in the camera is actually just moth pics.
Lust, child, your father, the Christ we deserve. Watch.
Why the fuck was Val killing us before? If, like, they wanted us to come
Because we're trying to take the wife away. That's a this is an orgy.
Lynn!
We're in an orgy.
Lynn! I'm here!
It's just mud people heretic orgy. Everybody loves the mud people heretic orgy.
Is that white missing her legs?
Hi, Val.
Well, that's not
I'm
good.
beating you. Get off. Get off me. Stop. You have to tell me. Off of me. Not unless you answer. No.
This is
Fine.
fucked on like so many
Then
levels.
You have to give up. If you say I win, I'll let you up. Okay. You have to say it. You win, okay? You're such a pushover, Blake.
What is happening right now?
Oh shit, they use Stanlin ketchup here too? Nice.
That's what I mean. The fucking terror of
Spatlin.
not knowing what is happening in the real world when you know you're not in a safe place is really effective, actually.
Jamie Mayonnaise.
It's like this game isn't scary, but it does tension really, really well, I must say.
Microwave.
I don't know why you have to be so precious about it. Did Lynn ask you to ask me? I asked first. So? I don't know. Nerd. Shut up. You are.
We sound like a nerd. Microwaves.
She said to ask, didn't she? Maybe. I don't know. I just wanted to know. You're a nerd, too. I know.
Is this dialogue supposed to sound like nothing?
They're just kids talking. It's about something that we don't have context for.
Pretty much Chucky. Except you're not on your own, and there are people trying to kill you. In the real world. Which I still think is a genius concept. Like, I will say, I don't know how much of it is because I'm not the one playing it, but I like this a lot more than the first game.
You think your parents are home yet? No. Usually not until after dinner. You think I could come over? Yeah, sure. Why? Why what? Like, why do you want to come over? I don't know.
Friendship.
The voice acting is very strange.
It's hard to hire a child voice actor.
Yeah, it is like she's walking diagonally.
Because she's holding her hand.
Okay. Yeah, but when you just look straight, it kind of looks like...
What don't you know, Jessica?
Oh, sorry.
What are the
Who
two
the
of you
fuck
doing
is
in
this?
here?
That's
sorry,
Father
Father
Louterman.
I mean in real life.
Stayed after school for journal? We were just leaving.
Let's step back into class, please.
Blake?
You're not in trouble yet, Blake. You don't want to get in trouble, do you?
Just stay with me.
Oh my god.
I want you two to tell me what you were doing in here. Were you misbehaving? Do I need to call your parents? Jessica, do I need to call your father again?
No, please.
I only want us to be friends. Nobody's in trouble yet. Does one of you think you can make this right? Jessica? Jessica, look at me. Will you pray with me? Will you help me make this right? Why don't you go along home, Blake?
Don't go.
Did I interrupt something between you two?
It wasn't like that.
Then what did you want? You won't say? You know, shame is a gift from God. To let you know right from wrong. And what you want is very wrong. Go home and pray.
stay.
Just
I want
like
you to
what?
stay.
Blake, please. This is awkward enough. Nothing's the matter, but I need you to leave us.
Don't.
Everything's okay. You can leave, young man. Walk away.
I'm not sure how, if I like failed to pay attention a little bit. Did we get an idea of like what is going on between him and Jess?
What do you think a Catholic priest is doing with a young girl, Mako?
Well, like he was acting like something bad happened. Like, and
We
what is that
were
about?
being together alone.
Oh,
And it's a
that was the
Catholic
whole thing?
school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were being inappropriate. What we want is inappropriate.
Yeah, it sounded like I saw that his face was like scalded. I was like, did we like pour boiling water on his face or something? Is that why he's like treating us like we're in trouble? But no, it's just because he saw us holding hands. I understand. Macleartism is showing. I feel like I adequately explained what I was confused about. I know what the fuck is happening in that room, Penrose. Why does everybody treat me like an idiot? I am aware of this, Penrose.
We are in pursuit.
Stop!
I don't know what you think you saw.
You don't turn your back on Papa Mouth. Where is wife?
Where do we get this back?
They gave it to you.
I guess for once, I'm glad to see the cultists around.
Thank God the Nazis are here. Man, we have no idea what happened in the past, like, 5 minutes. Or, actually, who knows how long that was.
We getting
Fine,
close?
Glenn.
No.
Nothing matters but living.
Man, I was really hoping I could stream Faith this year, but I don't think I'm gonna have the time. Maybe I still will anyway. Maybe I'll do an extended October. I think I did that last year, too.
Fuck!
This is the second October in a row where I've
Lynn!
not been at my, like, I haven't been able to stream as much as I wanted to.
Lynn,
Wife!
you're pregnant. How are you pregnant?
Please. I don't want to die here. I don't want our baby to die here.
I won't let them kill you.
Did we hallucinate a backstory where our wife
We have
wasn't
to get
pregnant?
out of
What
here.
the fuck is going on here?
It was night a little bit ago.
Is that the sun, or what is that?
We're out. I got Jessica out. It was cold, but the snow had just started. We'll find a grown-up, and we'll tell them what happened. We'll be okay.
Oh my god.
It's not my fault.
Gotta find a grown-up.
Gotta find a grown-up.
To be fair, none of these fucking people are really grown-ups. These people did not behave like grown-ups. You need to find an actual grown-up. Someone with
ethics and a gun, preferably.
Ethnics.
We need to find ethnics.
Yeah, that's what you want to see in the sky.
I mean, it is. I do want to see the sun in the sky.
What the fuck?
For the record, one of the missing plagues was hail and
Far
lightning.
from those places we can get.
Yeah.
Fire from the sky, specifically, is worded. Don't you just hate those arrows?
That's why you're being pregnant with a shock. No, Penrose, our wife, like, at the beginning of the game, our wife did not look like this.
Down here.
Don't you just
We have to get inside
hate
before
those
the baby
Arizona
comes.
dust storms?
It's too dangerous. You can't.
We can't stay out here. Help me down, please, Blake.
Okay. Jesus. Be careful. Fuck. Lynn. You okay? I'm coming down.
It hurts.
I'm sorry.
It's spooked by lightning. This is the problem when your husband's a bottom.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get this
I
Antichrist.
need to lie down.
Back here.
Oh. Okay. I just.
It's gonna be okay, baby. Oh, shit. Come on.
Marta!
Is that fucking Marta?
Yeah, why would Marta not be here, Maka?
Oh, fuck! Jesus Christ, Blake! What the fuck? I think something's wrong. It hurts too much. I need to lie down.
Okay, not this way, this way. Come on.
Shit!
Evidently, she does not need to lie down.
God, guide my hand. God,
Come
give me
on,
voice. God, guide my
You wouldn't
hand.
kill a pregnant woman, would you?
Shit. God, guide my hand.
That's kind of her
God,
job.
give me voice. God, guide my hand.
The lightning strike? When she lifts over her head? Oh.
Well, close. The lightning struck the steeple.
Fuck you! And fuck your god!
I mean, I've heard about lightning smiting people, but it's normally a bit more direct than that. We probably shouldn't stand near the large metal pole.
Yes.
I mean, I guess it makes, like... I guess it makes a little sense, given that they're obviously trying to mix the sort of divinity, like, with actual rationality. It is the largest metal object around, so... Naturally, it'd be struck, but the fact that it just happened to land on the person about to kill us, that's just good fortune.
Was that a crucifix, or what?
It was the cross at the top of the steeple. It got struck and blew off and chunked down onto her. We have a recorder. What, nothing to say? Even Chris Walker's death got a note about it. Like, come on.
Who?
The big little pig man from the first game.
Blake, a path.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking
He was the
about.
big hulking guy. He got thrown through an air vent at the end of the game.
No idea what you're talking about.
He was killed by the ghost in the science lab.
I do not know.
find shelter.
It's like the whole world burned.
Why are you certain it's a girl?
I mean, we already know the Antichrist gender.
There! The chapel! We can take shelter!
Wait, is that Papa Knoth's chapel?
Yeah.
Like, what is it with you in thinking that the chapel of the fucking main antagonist is gonna be the safest fucking place to be?
It's sanctuary! We definitely didn't see 2 people die in there.
Like, is he stupid?
The world was on fire, the baby was coming. Impossible, child. Lynn said Jess was like her little sister. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. None of this is my fault.
Well, this situation seems a little great.
Why don't you just go in that shack to your right?
Not an option, it seems.
Like, literally anything is going to be better.
It's the
Bowser's fucking castle.
It's the strongest looking building.
Fuck! The storm's getting worse!
Unless they're pretty sure that the storm is gonna knock all of these buildings over. Though honestly, I think I would literally rather be in a building getting knocked over by a hurricane than in the same building as Papa Knoth.
We don't know that he's in here.
Like, what about this? Is this house not good enough?
Michael, this is the shop.
Oh. Oh, I thought the chapel was like way at the top of the hill.
Here, light it on the rack.
There's a guy over there still.
Oh shit!
They removed the girl, but not him.
You need to lie down.
I can't do this.
You can. You can do this.
Oh god. Something's wrong.
Just keep breathing.
It feels like
Do we need to see this? Well, we're seeing it, I guess. I'll try to lean. I'll try to lean over here.
I know, baby.
Block
I
it a
know.
little.
But you can do this, okay? Just keep breathing.
Oh.
Oh, there it is.
Fuck!
Okay. So block it.
Keep breathing.
It's
Just push.
That sure was a live birth.
Lynn.
There's nothing there.
Oh, Jesus God. Lynn. 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 No.
That is like comical how fucking like horrible those final words were.
What? There's nothing there.
Yeah, it's like, do you see what I mean about this game being a fucking haunted house ride? It's like like, the worst possible thing that could ever possibly happen in every single scene is what happens. It's like so hard to take seriously at times.
It's so small and pink.
So, Lynn said you haven't even kissed her yet.
What?
Like in Beauty and the Beast?
Oh, you mean drama. The play. We're saving for the, actual night.
Uh-huh. We are. Okay. We, like, cheek kiss. So, like, is she your girlfriend? Tell me, or else. Or else what? Get off. I got you again.
That's the child, isn't it?
Oh, hi, Nile.
My God. They're taking care of my children. But yours... I am powerless again. The child's too strong already.
Okay, so he does believe his own bullshit.
Paradise.
He's like, I ain't fucking with that kid.
God has
Really?
gone silent. Since the storm, the birth.
What the fuck is this?
Who will he have if he destroys us all? Who will he have left to punish? I killed my children. All of them. Every last one. There's no more perfect faith than that. And still...
You really didn't read the Binding of Isaac, did ya?
Kill that child if you can. If you love anything at all, crush its skull under your heel. I know God doesn't hear dead men, but I expect he answers them.
Nailed it between the neck folds.
Okay, so he does believe his own bullshit. And I feel like that probably implies some stupid stuff based on things from previous streams, but I don't remember them, so I don't know.
The priest dies. You didn't have to do anything. You were a child. Nobody could expect anything of you. None of this is my fault.
A laugh? The Bibble? No, it's not. That guy's still there. You know, this body looks a lot like Father Loudermilk, with like the haircut. Does it have the head thing? Can't tell. I like how we now just immediately like hold it up because we can't get to our Babus. Look at our Babus. You're a lot less pink.
And the blood came off.
Yeah. Well, it's morning.
I will say, losing a wife and gaining a child that I didn't even know I was gonna have, pretty shitty fucking trade. You ask me.
That's a really large sun.
Look, I almost maybe would have preferred to have been childless.
Ah!
Unless I'm one of those people who, like, loves their wife so much that,
Remember the drink aid?
Drink aid? What?
We missed the end.
Drink aid? What are you talking about?
She's gonna be okay. You have her. She'll get to grow up. She'll do everything she was born to do.
Remember that note saying that they needed a lot of the drink aid for a celebration? Or that, that one note that was like The orangeade or whatever.
What is drink aid?
Powdered mix you put with water to make juice.
Oh.
Yeah, seems like they had a bit of a party.
So he did kill all his children.
That's what he said. I guess I don't need the camera anymore, because that's all the notes.
And I guess the heretics are probably all killed as well. Oh, it's the miracle of Fatima that my mom always tells me about.
Hey, Blake. Try to find me.
My mom believes that in the early
I'm over
1900s,
here.
the sun got really close to the Earth for a second and moved back to where it was.
This way, Blake.
Beef's on my strobe till she gnaw. Fuck mayonnaise burritos.
Look down for a second. Do we have... Nope.
You're but a boy.
When we were looking down, we were just holding our sperm in our arms.
Don't worry. I'll never let you go. You never let me go. Now the light has gone away. Savior, listen while I pray, begging thee to watch and keep, and send me quietly to sleep. Watchful Savior, wash away all I've been wrong today. Help me every day to be gentle, gentle, more like thee.
Achievement unlocked. Born again. Finish the game.
Wait, what was the fucking twist? Is it after the credits?
Let's find out.
Okay.
So, what'd you think of Outlast 2?
It's pretty fucking stupid. Like, the story was pretty down. And the gameplay was, like, who gives a shit? And the enemies were really fucking stupid, and the entire middle section of the game where you're just, like, running away from sick people is, like, fucking borderline unethical to put in a piece of media. But it did some really, really cool things with the hallucination stuff. And, I still don't even, I don't know, like, it feels like this game was written by a bunch of different writers. Because, like, I don't know how I feel about all the religious things. There's, like, some aspects of the religious stuff I like, and some I don't, and I can't really remember to name specifics. Overall, I think, I definitely thought this was a lot more interesting than that last one. I have very mixed feelings about it, I'll say, I guess.
Entirely valid.
And I would never want to play it myself.
Well, yeah, you've already seen it. Why would you play it?
If I had played it, if I had been the one to play it, my mixed feelings would probably be worse.
Yeah, naturally. You would have probably played on the easier difficulty.
Wait until you know the twist. Alright, do I have time to take a piss real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, hang on. Do I have time to also get water, or is that too much?
Okay, hurry up. I think they got an actual church to do the choir. So I had a lot of fun. First time ever playing an Outlast game. Like, I still enjoyed it. Outlast still holds a special place in my heart as one of my favorite horror game series, even if I think that 2 is a bit of a letdown. Playing and actually getting all the notes, I actually enjoyed it a lot more. Because through the notes, you can actually infer what the story is, and I feel like that does a much better job of doing. I still think they made a lot of bad decisions. I think killing Val off screen was a bad take. Uh-oh.
Wait, the credits are already over? Did I miss something?
Nope, the credits just ended. It takes you back to the main menu.
Where's the twist?
Unlike the first game, which does explicitly spell it out for you, in this one, you have to basically figure it out yourself.
Hang on, let me look at Michelle's message before I get into this. Okay, I can look at that a little later. Okay, what's happening? What is the twist? What's happening in the game?
So, Murkoff Corporation, they did the morphogenic engine back in the first game. You know, make people crazy so that their bodies produce nanobots, which they can control. Just the general idea of using, like, extreme trauma and psychoactive things to, like that video, to manipulate people's minds into controlling their bodies. You remember that from the first game, right?
Manipulate people's mind. What?
In the first game, remember, they needed the asylum to be as terrible as possible, because the stuff only worked with traumatic people. And then they would use those videos that looked like the Rorschach tests to basically sculpt their brain into, like, rewiring itself so that, like, their bodies can make nanobots. The general idea of it, the principle being, like, you could control a person's physical body by manipulating a malleable mind.
By just making them see the right series of images?
Yes, the images were what were like actually manipulate sculpting it.
What?
By making them susceptible.
Program a human brain to tell its cells to make nanobots if you make the person see the right series of images?
Not necessarily. It was a mixture of that, extreme like trauma, and like the entire machine there. Like the visual video was just the instruction. All the rest of the machine was what made them susceptible to the instruction. Like the video.
Okay. So the images were just like binary programming almost.
Yeah, it was the punch card for the machine that was the morphogenic engine.
Okay, you made it sound like it was just that.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of the details of like where the connection between the first game and the second in this game is found in outside media inside their comic series, series of short comics. I read them. The main, there are like two details that are important. For one is the mention that basically this was the mass test.
Wait, let me say something real quick.
Go on.
You can have this whole game, like, it kind of led you to believe that, like, the ultimate hope at the end would be that you can, maybe escape with your wife, or at least, like, save her, like, have at least, like, get out of there alive, hopefully, together. And then the game, like, changes the hope at the very last second to be actually wife, dead, child instead, which is, like, if we knew she was pregnant, we could at least, like... But, like, the fact that the wife being pregnant being a twist is so fucking... Like, if you're gonna do that, you need to at least explain it in the game in a way that, like... I feel like I was honestly paying pretty good attention. Like, but, like, you need that to be, like, kind of in the main thing. You need players to understand why the fuck the entire, like, plot changed, or else they're gonna be like, wait a second, what happened to the plot I thought I was getting?
They do technically explain it, but I feel like I should keep talking.
Okay.
Okay. So,
like, no, okay, if they do technically explain it, like, they don't do it good enough. I promise you, whatever it is, they probably did not make it overt enough.
I vaguely agree with you. Okay, so.
Yes, the twist was the wife being pregnant. We thought she wasn't, but then somehow she was 9 months, even though she wasn't at the start of the game.
Okay, so. The center of this whole thing is that large factory that clearly belongs to Murkoff. And the large blaring noise that it makes and the, like, things. And we go into, like, those weird dream sequences. Because everybody's complained that they're having, like, waking nightmares. And early on, when we see it go off, we see everybody start, like, talking to themselves and, like, being in sort of, like, a trance. Sort of like what happens to us when we go through the school segments.
So is that light just that factory in the distance? What is that?
That is coming from the large towers coming from it. That is the source of the microwave signal.
Wait, when did we find that out? Because we saw the tower, but we never did we ever see the light coming directly from the tower?
We never see the light coming from the tower, but if you sort of map out the thing in your head, the light is coming from that direction.
Okay, they could have made that a bit that's an easy thing to make more obvious.
Also,
just see it coming from the tower.
When you see the factory for the first time, you hear the blah sound, which happens whenever the light shines. So, like, you're supposed to connect that sort of dot yourself. And also that note we find that's very hidden away that I said is the most important note, mentioning that the microwave relay is what's affecting the site being Temple Gate. And as the person explained, like, the signal seemed to be getting stronger as they approach the site, despite the fact the signal should be originating from the tower, so the strength should dissipate over time. The people in Temple Gate are becoming projectors as well. Because, see, what's happening is that large radio tower is the morphogenic engine. It is trying to en masse, like, manipulate the entire town of Temple Gate. So it's trying to basically drive everyone into, like, susceptibility. Where Mount Massive, the first game, was about trying to make one specific person be able to become a nanobot machine. This was like, can we control an entire town into being susceptible? By just making the thing. That's why nobody knew that town was there. And, like, it's why it was kept so hidden along with this factory. It was all part of their, like, black site testing.
So, like, was Papa Noth a collaborator of theirs? What the fuck's going on
No,
there?
he just happened to be the guy in charge. He was basically manipulating this as much as everyone else, because to them, they were seeing these visions. The microwave relay is basically dredging up your traumas and fears. Everyone's having these waking nightmares. Because remember, the morphogenic engine means people who have experienced trauma. What better way than to make people constantly relive their worst memories?
This entire story was one big 5G tower meme the whole fucking time.
Yes. And so that was the, like, make people traumatized. But as you know from the first game, you can't just make people traumatized. The morphogenic engine needs that medium to it. It needs, like, the video that is actually instructing people. And so they need something that can get into people's brains and give them information to sculpt their brain into a way they want it. And what is a good way of making a bunch of people have a similar thought pattern? Religion.
Wait, why do you need them to have a similar thought pattern?
No, they needed to manipulate people's brains. And what's the best way to manipulate a bunch of brains en masse? Like, as many people as possible.
What are they manipulating them to do, though?
To be susceptible to the morphogenic engine and become controllable.
How does making them more religious make them more controllable by specifically the engine, though?
The religion is the video.
What?
The video is the instructions on how to how to rewire the brain, right? From the first game? In this, it's the religion.
What the fuck do you mean it's the religion?
The religion is what's rewiring their brains, because it's easy to, like, send between people and, you know...
So did Murkoff design the religion?
Murkoff probably manipulated the religion in a way, but it's what sent the idea around. It's mimetic, in a sense.
Are you telling me that the religion is the blueprints for the specific type of nanobots they're trying to make?
Oh, and it's not just nanobots. Nanobots was just the first one. This was just generally, can we control as many people as possible through the means of religion? And, you know, trauma and that kind of stuff. Religion is a meme. in like the literal sense of memetics.
Okay. Yeah, well, you see, this is all, like, stupid bullshit that doesn't matter, that's just in the background of the game. I'm, like...
Okay.
A writer, I think. And I like my stories to have the shit that matters be explained.
It definitely should have explained, because that was like the best part of Outlast 1, was at the end it was just like, oh yeah, a Nazi has decided to turn crazy people into nanobot machines. And just like, yes, thank you for making this video game. All of it has been worth it for this moment that an ex-Nazi is making insane people into nanobot machines. That is what you decided to make your twist with your ghost to. But in this one, it was like, we were being coy. You have to figure it out yourself. And just like, no, just tell us. Do the same thing you did in the previous one. You just sort of tell us and not hide the only note that implies this off to the side of a fucking lake.
Again, like, it's okay to hide stuff like that if it's not the main fucking plot line.
Yeah,
if it's not. Well, wait, we still haven't gotten to why the fuck was our wife? Like, what happened with the Schrodinger's baby?
If the answer is quite simple, because she says it herself. There's nothing there. In Outlast 1, how many women did you see?
None.
But there was a woman's ward. As you find out in that game, that from a note, that the women all had to be moved away, including all the female staff, because it seems exposure to the morphogenic engine causes phantom pregnancies. Your wife was never pregnant at all. She just started believing herself to be because of the morphogenic engine. And since everybody expected her to be pregnant, everyone thought this made perfect sense, including you at the end, who's been spending the entire day being blasted by this engine and going fucking insane.
Pregnancies make a woman's womb get larger? What?
Yes! Because it thinks that there's a baby in there, so it's expanding as if there is one.
Huh.
It's filling with the fluid and whatnot. Yes, phantom pregnancies are real things.
Oh, it fills with the fluid, I see.
Yeah, and so she thought that she was pregnant. Even she was thinking something's wrong.
Okay, I thought the "there's nothing there" line was her, like, saying, oh yeah, by the way, when we die, there's nothing left. See ya.
No,
I thought that was... That's why I said that this game is like a fucking haunted house ride of, like, just dark bullshit.
No. There's nothing there was referring to the fact Blake wasn't holding a baby.
So it still is a haunted house ride of dark bullshit.
Sort of, but you have to sort of, like, piece that together. Like, one thing I think I really liked about this game was the whole insanity thing. Like, it is...
wait, your reward? Okay, so the game leaves you confused and thinking, wait, this isn't the ending I thought I was going to get. What's going on here? And then if you actually do manage to piece it out, you are rewarded with the knowledge that the ending was actually worse.
Yes. As stated, I don't like the narrative of this game. I think they do a lot of cool things in this game. I think narratively it is weaker than the first one. I think it's stupid. But to continue, I really liked the whole hallucinogenic thing. I liked that you go into these like living nightmare sequences and just sort of wind up in places and become as much a victim as everyone else that you're encountering is. And I liked that the signs of the apocalypse, quote unquote, were just as likely coincidence. Also, first of all, the helicopter went down at the beginning because it's a microwave relay, which would be basically a large EMP and would disable the electronics of your helicopter.
What do you mean coincidence? Why was Papa Noth's predictions? Why were those all true? What the fuck is the explanation for that?
Because that's just those predictions are just what the plagues of Egypt were. Those were just simple biblical things.
Okay, so then why did they actually happen in that order?
Well, there are many reasons. The plague of sorts happened because everybody was fucking so much and there was syphilis. So of course a disease would wind up being spread around. All the fish dying in the lake was likely in part due to exposure to all that mercury. And our view of it was just altered, but all the fish dying just made sense. Even Blake acknowledged, I'm surprised they were living in all that poison. The birds falling from the sky, birds are incredibly sensitive to electromagnetism, that's how they navigate. a massive blast of microwave radiation coming from a tower might cause them to fall out of a sky.
Okay, but the blood rain.
You said it yourself. Mercury in the water. Why not?
You said mercury turns it silver.
It's typically silver, but you couldn't have it in red like in thermometers. There could be multiple reasons why the rain was red there. Maybe it just picked up a lot of red sand from the local area, because as we see later, a dust storm is being hit. Dust in the air causes it to come down the color of that sand.
I mean, it's like, okay, I can actually accept that, because then it's like, oh, they basically invented their own apocalypse with all this horrible shit they were doing.
All the things around them were like, it happened to fill it in, it happened to be coincidence, and in Blake and all the rest of them, their brains just filled in that these have to be the signs of the apocalypse because they line up so perfectly. A lot of these things were literally happening around them, and if any of them were missing, the brain would just make it up because it needed to be there. The locusts likely weren't there, because the locusts is the one weird thing. The locusts might have been the Wall Rider.
The what?
The Wall Rider from the first game, the nanobot cloud.
What the fuck do you mean the locust might have been the Wall Rider?
Because remember, what you see is locusts, a lot of bugs and whatnot. But remember, at that part, you're pretty far gone. So it's reasonable that you would see these things as bugs. But remember what Nick says once you fall down there, the big lumber guy? He says that Nick and Laird, the sick people.
Oh.
Yeah, one of them says that they were like, are you sure it was locusts? And they said it was a big black cloud that blotted out the sky. And as we know, the Wall Rider was seen as a large black cloud of sorts.
Okay, locusts are also that. Why
would there suddenly be locusts in Arizona?
Why would the Wall Rider be in Arizona?
Because, as we know from the comics, they actually are.
Okay.
So pretty much all these things make sense. Thunderstorms happen. Dust lightning storms happen because they just build up static electricity.
The important thing is that Noth's predictions actually did end up being incorrect, assuming that she actually did not give birth to the Antichrist.
Yeah, she didn't give birth to the Antichrist. There never was one in the first place.
Like, that's really the ultimate, like, fuck you, is that we don't even get to raise an Antichrist daughter. Like, what the fuck?
Also, for the record, the plague that I hinted was missing was death of the firstborn. Yeah, so a lot of these events, like, clearly were a mixture between visions that weren't happening. Obviously, anything that led into the school sequences were not real. There wasn't a giant wave in the water that swept you up. The one thing, which we do find out actually does happen, is that giant flash of light at the end of the game.
The sun?
That's not the sun. The sun is a small glowing object far away from the planet. It doesn't suddenly blow out in front of you, covering everything in an extremely bright light.
I just assumed that was a hallucination.
Nope, that like the other things, is a real thing that actually happened that Blake witnessed. Because as Chevron states there, tower goes boom. Blake witnesses one of the main electromagnetic relay exploding, which sends out that last massive electromagnetic burst, which leads to that last vision. And the reason it collapses is because of ants.
What do you mean?
So, time to quickly explain the plot of the Outlast comics, and namely, what happens to the Wall Rider after the end of the game. First of all, they go back to visit their mom. They go back to visit Billy Hope's mom. Visits his mom. Things happen, and they manage to catch him in a large, like, electromagnetic explosion, and they're like, okay, we killed the Wall Rider. But the protagonist of the comics is like, I don't think that's the case, because they noticed that coming from where they aimed it was a large swarm of ants walking in a large spiral. Like, just outwards. And later the ants show up again. As they point out, just like when it went from Billy Hope into Miles Upshur, the protagonist of Outlast, the Wall Rider simply changed hosts to a swarm of ants, which were now working collectively.
I'm sorry, you just completely lost me.
The Wall Rider went from Billy Hope to Miles Upshur, and then they went into ants. Is that not
the Wall Rider?
the ghost from the first game, the nanobot swarm?
Is it just nanobots or is it a guy?
The nanobots is a guy, but also nanobots, because it's
So
still...
it's an AI?
Not really. It's the minds of the people that, like, contributed to it. So Billy Hope's as their mind, and Miles Upshur as their mind, but it still needs a body to be creating the nanobot, like, manifesting it. That's why it transferred from Billy into Miles, and why, at this point, it transfers from Miles into the ants. So, like, it still is...
What happened? Can you describe the scene about the spiral of ants to me again? That was hard to understand.
So, Billy Hope goes back to see his mom, because Billy Hope was a deranged kid that wants to obviously see his mom. Murkoff Corporation finds out that this is going on, and basically surrounds the mom's RV in a bunch of, like, magnetic blaster fucking things, and annihilates any of it there. And they're like, we killed the Wall Rider. But the protagonist...
What?
The Wall Rider. Presumably.
But you said the Wall Rider was in Miles at that point.
Yes, Miles, the Wall Rider, was there. Billy Hope, as the Wall Rider, also was there, because technically both of them are the Wall Rider. It just sort of collects people.
Wait, what the fuck? I fucking hate this game. I fucking hate this
It's
series.
really straightforward. Billy was the Wall Rider because he was the one who produced it the first time, right? You following that?
Yeah.
And then, as you know at the end of it, it transfers over to Miles, and he becomes the host to the Wall Rider. Now both Billy and Miles are both the Wall Rider. It's now both of them at the same time.
Are they both like two separate swarms?
Sort of. It sort of seems to be that way when we see them in the comic. There are two like shadows, so there are two of them.
Wait, how are they both possessed at the same time? Do the nanobots like just divide up? What the fuck?
More or less, it seems so.
And why did they do that again?
Because the Wall Rider needs a host.
But they already have Billy.
You kill Billy at the end of Outlast 1.
Then what is Billy doing in the fucking RV?
Billy's mind is in the Wall Rider.
But why did they... What do you mean? So like, okay, Billy's body dies, and then the Wall Rider possesses our body.
Yeah.
So now, is our body still in the picture?
Your body was still in the picture, presumably, because we see it leave the Outlast in the Whistleblower DLC, but with like the
kind of
swarm.
like Eddie Brock then, and then Wall Rider, and then the Wall Rider's Venom. Is that what's going on?
Sort of like that, yes.
But we're kind of both Venom at the same time?
Yeah, you're kind of both.
We're both Venom, but I'm also Eddie Brock?
Yes, you're nailing it.
Okay.
And they go to that place, but the Murkoff's like, we gotta kill the Wall Rider. No more Wall Rider. Neither Billy nor Miles. So they blow it up with microwaves. But, as we know, it does not die, it simply transfers host, and so it transferred host to the only thing it could, a swarm of ants. Which fortunately are simple enough to not really have a brain. Because, as you would obviously agree with, the ants are sort of a collective organism and not an individual organism.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so they control the ants. Miles ends up faxing himself via ants across the country. It's unimportant to the story. I feel like I needed to point it out, though. That is a thing that happens inside the comic. He emails himself via ants to Washington, D.C., from, like, Utah, or wherever it takes place in. And, anyways, in the comics, in the epilogue comic that comes after this game, we see the ants climbing up the microwave relay tower, and then shortly after, we see it explode. And
wait, what was that about ants that we saw?
The ants are climbing... In the comic, we see the ants climbing up the microwave relay tower, and then in the next scene, we see it exploding.
Okay.
And that's why we know that the Wall Rider, who was apparently nearby, destroyed the microwave relay tower, causing that last explosion. And we do...
The ants said this?
The ants are controlled by the Wall Rider. and they wanted to destroy it because the Wall Rider really fucking hates the Murkoff Corporation.
I thought you said that the Wall Rider was now brainless because it was ants.
No. The body that's producing it are brainless because it's the ants. It's still being controlled by Miles and Billy. There's the Wall Rider as the nanobot swarm is still the minds of everyone who's gone through it.
So what is brainless then?
The ants.
Why does it matter that the ants are brainless? Why'd you even mention
that? It's the body, more or less, because it's what's producing more nanobots.
You said fortunately the swarm of ants does not have a.
Because otherwise there'd be 3 people in the Wall Rider instead of just 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's not an additional person who's been wall righted because
there's
it's
just
ants.
There's just a bunch of ants.
The ant thoughts are not important. I believe they're both ignoring the ant thoughts.
But they are there.
They are getting ant thoughts, but apparently ants must be pretty easy to control because you just use pheromones and they basically just instruct themselves. But yeah, they destroy the tower, and that's what we know happens there. And we do know from the comics that despite everything, Blake Langerman survives this game. He is the only survivor they managed to find in all of Templegate. He's completely catatonic and refuses and does not speak at all, but he is alive.
How do they find him? Wait, I thought the comic came before this game.
The comic, there's a lot of comic. The comic comes before and up to this game, and there is one comic set after this one, after the game.
Oh.
It's listed as epilogue, and yeah, so they do find Blake. He is the sole survivor.
Does anything else notable happen in the epilogue?
Not really, other than that the explanation for how the morphogenetic engine was spreading over here, and that the religion is the comparison to the video, and that it is that. And they state, for no apparent reason, they had to make the parallel of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. The Father was Wernicke, the guy who invented it. The Son is Billy Hope, the actual Wall Rider, and the Holy Ghost is Knopf, who spreads this religion that can alter the mind. That they needed to make that parallel, and that's how the fucking thing ends, and it's so on the nose, and I don't like it. But anyways, there's another game. I need to play Outlast Trials, because there's 2 comics that come with that one, and I need to read them.
Do you intend to do that this year? Wait, is that game out already, or?
Trials? Yeah, it's been out for a while. And you're gonna play it with me. Because it's a multiplayer game. Okay. And it's apparently a bit different than these ones. It's not as... I don't know. I don't know if it's as narrative-based or not. I just know that it has an upgrade system.
Okay.
Which is like, you put an upgrade system in your horror game of a typically narrative-based series? Sure, why not? I'll increase my running speed. Plus 2%, baby! Yeah, so do you generally understand what happened in this game?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. I think out of everything, like I love the sequences of the hallucinations. I think they definitely could have they definitely should have ran with that like they did. But my biggest disappointment is that they didn't do something different than the first game, more or less. Because at the end of the day, it's the same reveal. It's the morphogenetic engine being tested on people. Just in one case it was specific, and in this case it's en masse. We know from comics that Murkoff does more than just the morphogenetic engine. They work in, all of the medical sciences, more or less, because they're an incredibly corrupt place that loves human testing. In the comics, we see another one of their test sites fucking around with PTSD. And it's just you could have done a different thing. Because, me and Docs were discussing, what they could have done in the same setting. And, we thought, genetic testing. Because, you could have been trying to make genetic super soldiers, and that could explain why Mart is so large, and what the fuck is up with Nick and Laird, and all that other kind of stuff, and could have been well, it makes sense, they're inbreeding, they're gonna be fucking with genetics anyways, and so it kind of fits the theme of genetic, fuckery. And you could have still kept the religion and whatnot, but,
I just know Nick and Laird had, just a very specific type of entwined twin. I forget the actual term for some reason.
Siamese. Or conjoined.
That just made them the perfect little sentry turret setup. I don't know.
I believe, for the record, that they are not conjoined. I believe he is just riding on his back.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like it'd be funny if they were conjoined, though.
I thought that was. Why were they always, like, one unit?
Because, as they say, that Laird looks like a deformed toddler. He probably has a growth disorder and probably cannot walk on his own.
And then Nick probably has, like, a speech impediment or something.
Nick is slow and stupid and a large lumbering guy, so he rides on the back, and together their powers combine to be a terrible person.
Okay.
What is the purpose of the morpho engine, says Chucky? To control people's biology. Why does the CIA have a vested interest in controlling the masses? It's not the CIA, it's the Murkoff Corporation, which is privately owned and would prefer people to not look into their business.
Wait, Chucky, do you think that the actual American CIA does not have a vested interest in being able to control its citizens?
To be fair, the CIA also would want to control people, but the Murkoff Corporation is doing this for profit, and so, no. They want to sell this as a weapon, baby.
I don't trust any fucking government employee.
As you
should. I don't care
shouldn't.
what their agency is.
But still, I think this game was pretty good in many ways, and I think it was pretty bad in many other ways. I think the way Marta dies is stupid. I think if they wanted to do the theming of smiting and that, they could have just made her struck by lightning. She's a large woman carrying a metal pickaxe. It would have been fine to just strike her with lightning when we've already seen lightning striking like 50 times nearby. It would just be like, yep, you successfully made it rational. In fact, you made it less rational by making lightning strike a steeple, which then fell onto her, impaling her. That makes less sense.
I feel like they only did that just for the subversion.
And you might be wondering, Val is dead off screen.
Presumably, yeah. No, dude. I seriously think my Skullfuck would have been a way better ending.
Would have been funny. Would have been fun.
Does everyone in chat agree that my ending would have actually been better than this game's? Like, at least our wife would have been alive. And we would have actually, seen a climactic showdown between the two main villains.
Yeah, because the first game had that sort of climactic thing of, Chris Walker getting fucked up by the wall rider and shoved through an air vent. It showed how bad they were.
And this game spent the entire game hyping up how much these two fucking hate each other, and then they never get in the same room as each other, and then they both just die.
They never get in the same room. And
it's it is a fucking betrayal. It's like waving a chocolate bar in front of an audience and then throwing it in the trash. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, they pipe up Val so much, but then do nothing with her.
It's like Dio in Part 3, honestly. Except way lamer.
And a thing that especially annoys me is the files imply that they were going to. There are
the files?
The game files, actual files in the game.
Oh, God damn it.
There was record audio and whatnot of seemingly Marta and Val getting into a fight. Which I believe ends with Marta killing Val.
That would have been cool to see, at least.
Yeah, it would have been cool, and it would have further proven that Marta is the vengeful death fucking thing, and would have made leading up to her death a lot more exciting, because it would have been since from the fucking mines, because we would have seen her get killed in the mines. And it would have at least added some weight to her death and to remind us Marta is a terrifying thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Val had...
I still would have preferred to see Val kill Noth, but...
Yeah, also the Val went into the no money zone because Val also was just using generic kill animations.
Not the
it's they ran out of budget at the end, and it's I get it. You start from the beginning and work onwards, but the time you most want a budget is the end of whatever thing you're doing. You could start low budget and use the rest of it at the end. You really don't want to do the other way around, because very few things pull that off, and the only thing that comes to mind is Evangelia. Evangelion decided to get smart with no budget. This game just trying to get by. I am genuinely looking forward to playing Outlast Trials. I want to see if they make an improvement narratively from this one, even if they might not be the same gameplay-wise. And hopefully, if it has gameplay elements other than nothing, you might enjoy it as well. Who knows? All I know is it's set in, like, the 40s during the war?
Okay.
Because it's like the how Murkoff started their fucking science.
Yeah, this game, this series is firmly planting itself within the evil corporation horror game genre.
Yeah. At the end of the day, the first game taught us that the real monster was corporate greed, and the second one taught us the real monster was corporate greed and also cults. But mostly corporate greed.
And ants are
good for you. In the Outlast comics, the protagonist does run naked down the street because his clothes was covered in ants and he had to strip them off. And he ran around in his underwear to chase after a man made out of rod meat. So it happens.
I see.
Yeah, I still don't know what's up with Rod Meat Man. All I know is he is presumably one of the previous Murkoff experiments now against the company. His last name's Peacock, I believe.
Comics almost sound more interesting than the games.
The
honestly.
comics are so good. The protagonist is just this, like, older man, like, this, like, middle-aged man who's just trying to get by and do his shitty-ass, like, Murkoff job. Like, it's the things are from the perspective of these two, insurance mitigation officers. Their job is to basically clean up messes to make sure that insurance does not get higher. Like, they're the ones to figure out what's on, they bury the bodies, they burn the books, they do what needs to be done. And one of the guys, the guy of the group, the other one's a girl, does not enjoy that he does this job, but he needs to do it for the benefits, more or less.
Hmm.
And the entire thing is just him coming to terms with, like, yeah, I should not be doing this. I should be on the side of these people trying to stop it. It's really good. Really short, too. The comics there's only, like, 7 comics, and they're, like, 20-something pages long, so... At least it's not as convoluted as FNAF. That is incredibly true. This game does not, insofar, have time travel. It does have mind manipulation science.
I was worried it was going to have time travel because of the wife thing.
This game would have been infinitely better if the child that our wife gave birth to is Jessica. Anyways. Yeah, I got all the notes, including the 2 that weren't in the original release. 2 of them were removed to make sure the game didn't have an R rating. But then in 2018, there was a patch that added them back.
Oh, which ones were those?
The Pit of Children and the Dead Baby in the Minecart.
Oh.
Also, other notes, fun facts about this. It is in fact certain that Val is probably trans. Given that we see them with, like, their mud boobs and vagina, which we know for a...
Well, yeah, how was there any question about this character being at least, trans-bodied?
Yeah, and also because people have looked at the model, and under the mud, there is in fact a Pingor modeled.
Oh, okay. Wow, they didn't cut it off. I thought for sure Val was the type to, like...
If you cut a dick off, you'll bleed to death in roughly 3 minutes.
Mm.
It is really hard to do it right, and also if they did that, I feel like they would die due to infection before anything else. So they worked with what they got. Covered themselves in mud. Why would they model that, says Akahai Boys? Why would they model a dead baby in a minecart? Attention to detail is important.
attention to detail for a thing that players. Well,
The
it was
players
probably
won't even
already
see.
modeled. It was probably just the base male model.
Yeah, and
So
maybe
the dick
they
was
were
already there.
And like maybe it was originally going to be in a scene that again got cut that we know was not part of this.
Yeah, the skullfuck scene. Like I'm
Yeah,
telling you, they ran out
the
of budget, so they had to do
skullfuck
this
scene.
shitty ending instead.
Yeah. Honestly, playing it myself and like actually reading all the notes because as a reminder, I only watched one playthrough of this game, and the person playing clearly did not get every note because some of them are hidden like bullshit and some of the recordings are hard to get. So actually seeing them all and getting the full story and this like world building, my opinion of it is higher than what it originally was. I originally was like, man, I want nothing to do with this game. I thought narratively it was really stupid. I thought all the characters were very one note in that they all have similar motivations of religious zealot. Where in the first game, all the antagonists had different things. There was the groom who just wanted to have a wife. There was the meat man who wanted to eat you. There was Little Pig who just wanted to control the situation. The wall rider was a ghost. The father was the religious nut. Like, they all had different motives for in Insanity, but in this one it was all vaguely had the religious undertone of, like, what their goals were.
Penrose, Evangelion is mid until towards the ending and the movie. Okay, fight me. I don't feel like fighting, but...
Evangelion got good on the last 2 episodes. Evangelion got good on when they decided to have the balls to have an elevator scene where nobody says anything for like 3 minutes straight. Maybe some stories are best left at a cliffhanger. But it's not even left at a cliffhanger, it just left as unexplained. It's not a, oh, what happens next? It's a, we did not supply you sufficient information to figure this out.
Yeah. It's just stupid.
Like, one thing they could have done to make this a lot better was make that one note easier to find. Make it apparent to find. Make it on the goddamn path, and people would have understood the plot way better. But yeah, good game. Can't wait to play Outlast Trials. Thank you all for coming this evening.
Penrose, you wouldn't get it. You don't know what it's like to long for the primordial soup, okay?
I want to take a sip of that soup. All the best soups kill you. The primordial soup, the quark gluon soup, like, all of these are terrible soups that you can't consume, but so tempting.
You don't have fear in your heart about the inherent separation of man to fellow man.
Also, if nobody figured it out, I've been naming all the streams and descriptions off of quotes from the Plagues of Egypt. They were referencing what I knew was going to happen in that episode. Like, the one in this one was referencing that it was going to rain blood, the other one referenced the disease section, the first one was referencing the death of the livestock, I believe.
The fuck does that even mean, Cat Boy? The fact that you don't know what I mean is proving my point. It means you didn't get it. I'm not saying you're not smart enough, I'm saying you're not fucked up enough.
Yeah, you need to be, just like Mac, you need to be fucked up enough for the morphogenetic engine to work.
Evangelion is for a very specific type of mentally ill person.
Fair. I enjoyed Evangelion, even if I'm not that mentally fucked up. I thought it was artistically very well done. But yeah. I need to end the stream.
Yes.
I love you all more than an entire dead cult loves their false god.
I might try to stream on Sunday, but no promises.
If that happens, I'll show up for it. Yeah.
I'm not saying you're not, Penrose. I'm saying you're maybe not in this specific way if you didn't, like, get what that was going for. I mean, to be fair, I also kind of had to have it explained to me with a video essay.
Mako, an essay is a written work, a video is a visual work. Those are different things. Anyways, good night. You ruined it.
Did I? Was that audible at the end? I hope it was.
It was. And